welcome to another episode of Weekly Comic Wrap Up. This is episode 60, guys. I feel like 50 was just yesterday, but anyways, we're at 60, so there you go. But yes, football is back. I'm pumped. I don't expect many people to be here tonight, but hopefully you're catching the replay and I'm gonna drop a comment to let us know what you guys thought of all the stuff we discussed tonight. But with football back, I'm not doing so good. I'm not doing so good in my fantasy pools. I'm not excited about that. Don't want to talk about it. I hope everyone's doing good on their end. But yeah. Anyways, big show tonight. There's a lot to discuss. Of course, we're going to get into the FOC picks of the week by Lefteros, and then we're going to talk market report and hot topics. And CGC back at it again. I don't know if you guys saw their response or not, but we'll get into that. So, anyways, before we get into it, we got to invite our guest. He is from Reference Point Podcast. If you guys are not familiar, get familiar because tons of great content coming out by them. But guys, welcome Anthony from Reference Point Podcast. How's it going, bro?
I'm good. How about you, man? I'm excited to be here. My first appearance on the Weekly Comic Wrap Up. I know.
I know.
I hope the audience is investing in this episode. It's gonna be worth a lot of money one day.
Yeah, a lot of money. First appearance, but you actually are a familiar face here on the channel because you've joined myself. You joined Chiapet, obviously, when we did the reviews of the Loki season 2, which, dude, we broke that down. I think we did a great job breaking that down.
I love doing it every week, man. Like, I had such a good time. It's going to be almost a year since then. Can you imagine?
Yeah, I know, dude. Loki was great. I really enjoyed it. And you were great, too. You brought a lot of, good takes to what the show was, and you were breaking it down so well. Chiapet going on his typical rants, of course. Nothing but love.
Doesn't sound like him, no.
No, of course not. But yeah, man. So hopefully we'll get to do something like that again real soon. We have Agatha starting in literally 10 days.
Yeah, like I would say, not even 2 weeks, already.
Exactly.
So came out of nowhere, Loki.
Yeah, dude, Agatha's coming. I'm pumped about that. I don't know if you are. My wife actually saw the TV spot while watching football today, and she was like, what is this? Like, yeah, I'm interested because she loves witch stuff, right? So it's very fitting, especially at this time of year. But yeah, exactly. But you don't get to say these things. No. But yeah, man. Yes, of course, Agatha, and I saw Lefteros Penguin 2 is dropping, man. So Penguin is gonna be amazing.
That's what I'm excited for. Matt Reeves, that whole Batman universe, anything from it, I'm excited. The trailer looks sick. The Sopranos in the DC universe. What more do you want?
Exactly. You can't go wrong, man. It really feels like that, right? So even when you're watching the trailers, it feels like a Sopranos episode, but comic related. So I'm excited.
Exactly. I can't wait for it. My 2 favorite things getting combined. What more do I want in life?
Yeah, exactly. But Agatha, we have obviously Penguin, Joker. We're going to talk a bit of Joker because Joker's coming out real soon. My wife went to watch Beetlejuice. I don't know if you had did you watch it?
Yeah, I saw it on Thursday. I thought it was fine. Nothing insane. It was fine.
Dude, my wife came home. I didn't get to watch it, unfortunately, but she went with my brother's girlfriend, and they went last night. They both came home saying that was amazing. They absolutely loved it. My wife's a huge fan of the first one, so
okay,
yeah.
It was a fun movie without a doubt. It was just I kind of didn't really expect too much because I find Tim Burton, his past few movies have been so terrible. This was probably his best one in 10 years. I'll give him that much.
Okay, we'll take it. Now, before we kick off the show, I just want to share my screen with everybody who's tuning in and those of you watching the replay because I spoke about Reference Point Podcast. Now, you guys do things over on YouTube as well. You can check out some of their videos here. If they're going to be checking you out, you got to go check out OAR TV, and you'll see they've got tons of stuff. They actually just recently did Montreal Comic Con. You were there doing some,
we had some fun times there.
Yeah, footage on the floor, doing tons of things, and your videos are doing very well, bro. Look, 11,000 views, 8.2, 9.2. This is awesome.
That if the people want to hear what I have to say, I'm not in that Deadpool and Wolverine video, so you guys could skip that one. It's fine. Everything else you should watch.
Yeah, the Deadpool Wolverine one's actually really good, though. I'm sorry about that.
Hey, it's great actually, but I'm saying because I'm not in it, it could have been better if I was in it, but that's it.
But yeah, you guys do tons of reviews. Like I was talking about how we did the review for Loki and stuff like that, but you do other things as well. You're doing reviews over on this channel. You did the Acolyte, of course. There's the boys, Deadpool and Wolverine. So yeah, man, tons of fun, awesome content. I tune in and check things out here and there. I'm not, you know, um, watching every video. I'll be honest with you
Yeah.
because
I appreciate that you're honest.
just being on time today. You saw I was running a bit late. The kid didn't want to go to bed. It is what it
I
is.
I'm not gonna quiz you on the ref point videos. It's fine, man. Don't worry.
Yeah, but definitely check it out, guys. Show some love to the Reference Point podcast. They're doing their thing over on YouTube, and you can check out OAR TV. Now, we're gonna get into the show. Before we do, we gotta say a quick hello to those who are actually here on football's first week back on a Sunday, which, of course, Michael Baker, first in the chat. Welcome back, NFL and fantasy football. Watch this show with the Sunday night game on mute. I appreciate that. That means a lot. I am sweating, though. I am sweating because, as Pacino said, it's not looking good for me today. Jason Carvalho, how's it going, brother? Appreciate you being here. Yes. Jason, I believe, is also he's in the fantasy pool with myself and the whole gang. So I don't know how he's doing. Dude, you don't watch much football, but the NFL app has been horrendous today. Cannot even log in to check what's
Really?
going on, which I did get in. It was better that I didn't see what was going on. So I'll leave it at that.
It's so funny you mentioned NFL app because it kind of reminds me of like last year the NHL app like updated it and it was the fucking worst update I've ever seen, and I'm like, this app is
Terrible.
unusable, so I had to switch to the score. So
Yeah, it's terrible. But Pacino's in the house. Pacino is killing it in the pool, and I appreciate you being here with myself and of course Anthony tonight. My lovely wife, always holding it down. I can't stress it enough. She does so much to go above and beyond to make sure that I'm here for 9 p.m. Eastern time. So love you, appreciate you, and thank you for holding down the fort. Lefteros is in the house. Lefteros, we're gonna get through your FOC picks in just a minute, so hang tight, guys. It's a big one and it's a spicy one. It's juicy. I think FOC is juicy this week. Steph's Comics is in the house. Steph, I know you just recently hit a flea market and scored some goods, man. So shout out to Steph's Comics. If you're not already, go check him out over on Instagram. I don't even know why I pulled up that comment again. Armin's in the house. Armin, one of the best pressers, cleaners in the game. Guys, submit your books to CGC. If you're in Canada and you want to get your books to CGC, hit up Armin. He'll make sure that your books go in top quality. Top quality. How they come back, well, that's not on him.
That's not on him.
That is totally a topic that we're going to get into again during the hot topics because boy, oh boy, the response was just wild. Linman, how's it going, Linman? Appreciate you being here on this fine Sunday. I see the Moon Man. Is that the Moon Man? It's the Moon Man. It's the Moon Man.
I think so.
Yeah. So I know it looks like he likes basketball, maybe not football, but if you do like football and you're still here, I greatly appreciate it. Comic Ozzy's in the house. My paisan over in the province, right next to us. And yeah, man, dude, Ozzy's crushing it over on Whatnot. If you guys are not following him on Whatnot, you're missing out on some amazing books for sale, guys. Go check out Comic Ozzy on Whatnot. Christian's in the house. Christian, he's late, but he's here. We were late too. So don't worry about it. We appreciate you.
It's the fact that he made it that counts.
Sorry?
It's the fact that he made it that counts.
Exactly. He made it. TKO Collectibles is in the house. How's it going, TKO, man? Appreciate you, brother. You got JF Lorette in the house, man. JF, also appreciate you being here. This is the guy I wasn't waiting for.
Of course.
This is the guy I wasn't waiting for, but I'm late. Was too busy staring at my fantasy team results versus this douche I'm playing. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate that, Chia. But well deserved. Your team blew up. Absolutely amazing. Hyper's in the house. Now, I thought Hyper was at a Comic-Con this weekend, but that's not the case. He's going next weekend to the London, Ontario Con. I don't know exactly what the guests are expected, but I know he's pumped that the creator, apparently, of the original TMNT is going to be there. I don't know if it's the movies or the series, though. Hyper just
I was gonna say not the comic, like Kevin Eastman, maybe, or
no, it's not Eastman. It's not Eastman. It was of the movies. Yeah, I think it was
I
one of
love
the
those
movies.
classic movies.
Yeah, that's what I remember him telling me. So yeah, just clarifying the chat type. Derek's in the
Mhm.
house. Derek, CGC, we don't have a problem. You have the fucking problem. Exactly. Exactly.
They-
We'll
they-
get into it, man. I'm telling you. You know what? I have so much to say, and I'll save it for later because it's not good. It's not good.
You
Um,
gotta remind me to be polite tonight when we talk about CGC. That's all I gotta say about that.
yeah, yeah. But to his defense, BC was one of you who gave me props. I am going to give you props, man. You are doing amazing so far. It's a round one. Um, you're the douche. Yeah, I know. Thanks. Okay, it is Eastman. There you go.
Okay.
I thought it was like the creator of the movie or something. He was like,
All right.
or maybe I thought that because I saw him line up. He had like a ton of stuff he wants to get signed, but he actually had.
Mhm.
I think it was TMNT too. Remember the movie? The
Secret of the Ooze.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that movie. It kind of
Yeah.
sucks, but I love it.
It's amazing. North 49's in the house. How's it going, North 49? Appreciate you being here. Now, let's get into the show, Anthony. We're going to kick it off with the FOC stuff. So, we're going to go through that list.
Let's
But
do it.
before we get into it, I'm going to ask, are you ready?
I'm ready.
There you
Let's
go.
do this.
I think he sounds ready. All right, guys, FOC selections of the week for September 9th. Now, of course, before we get into these, I just want to remind you guys, whatever books we're going to discuss tonight, these books are just from Lefteros, and he's giving us information about these books hitting FOC. Please feel free to order whatever you think you would be happy to have in your collection. By no means is anybody telling you to get every book on this list. But before we get into it, please do yourselves a favor. If you want to get any of these books and you're in the United States of America, go visit comicnation.us, where every book on FOC is 15% off right now. And you can get yourself an additional 5% off by using discount code Black Crown. And of course, for us Canadians here, like myself and Anthony, go visit comiclegion.ca, where your FOC books are 20% off already. But if it's your first order, you can get yourself an additional 5% off by using discount code ENLIST. All right? So let's kick it off. Lefteros, first pick of the week. Absolute Power, number 4. This is the cover A, and it's the conclusion of Absolute Power crossover. I think Dan Mora crushed it. I really like this for a cover
He's a
A.
killer artist. I can't lie. Like I find every book he does for DC kills it every time. Like there's no flops with him.
Yeah,
Like
everyone's saying buy these books. I've been going against the grain of everything I'm saying, but
yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
So
guys, if you don't buy every single one of these books, you're a bad person. There's no other
they're
way
a
to put
horrible
this.
person, absolutely
The
horrible. But
Lefteros picked them, and if you're not listening to him, what are you doing with your life? Like,
yeah.
come on.
Now, Absolute Power is, again, it's coming to a conclusion, but of course, it's going to be kicking off something else. So let's get, further into this list and talk a little more about that. Sticking it with DC, we got Batman issue 153. This is cover A. And in this issue, it's looking like we got the first appearance of Commander Star. Now, Chip Zdarsky, of course, being tied to this. I know some people feel a certain way. Out the gate when Chip was coming into Batman, I was super excited about him taking
Me
control of
too.
writing this. But people feel indifferent. Like there's some people that are all on board, and then people think Chip is actually not doing the best. I disagree.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm more indifferent on the series. Like I'm not gonna say like I'm not gonna pretend like I fully caught up, but I'm not huge. Like I haven't been huge on it. I kind of expected a little bit more, and I feel like it's disappointing me a little bit. But if it works for you, I'm happy to hear that. But for me, I was just I kind of expected a bit more from this series more than anything.
Yeah. Look, like I said, it's been a fun read. Is it something that I'm pulling currently? There's nothing that's like popped out to me that I'm like, man, I need to have this within my collection. But for the sake of read, I would say it's a fair read, but nothing absolutely crazy. And I'm kind of surprised. But some very interesting characters have come about since Chip came around on Batman. So
I loved the Daredevil run. That's why I had like really high hopes for this. But I'm also much more of a Marvel guy, so it's like if anything DC does, like if it's half a flop, I just give up. Like I don't really care. I'm always picking Marvel more than anything.
that's fair. That's fair. I totally get it. But of course, Batman 153, guys, just check that out. Now, Conquest 2099, issue number 4. This is the main cover. I love this main cover. I also love the Ken Lashley. I don't know if you saw the Lashley one. It is,
No, I don't think I did.
it's gorgeous,
It
dude. It's
I
absolutely
I
gorgeous.
love this cover.
Yeah. But you
Like
got the first appearance of Spider Side 2099. I don't know if you remember Spider Side, dude. Again, another clone. But I love Spider Side.
really.
Yeah, dude, he's such a cool character. I like him. I don't know. I feel like they could have done so much more with that character, and I
Mhm.
hope they do that now with the 2099 stuff.
Yeah, I love the 2099 as a concept, so I kind of want to see where this goes. I haven't read the series at all, but I'll definitely I'll definitely maybe pick this up, see where it's going,
Yeah.
see
By the way,
what
the Ken
Spider Side's
Lashley.
up to.
Yeah, sorry. The Ken Lashley one is like a
Yeah,
frame one. So in the background, it's dude, it looks gorgeous. It's purple. You got the head of Spider-Man 2099. It looks amazing, dude. Like it's so sick.
yeah.
And I
I
forgot
love
who
Ken
else.
Lashley.
Yeah, Ken Lashley's amazing. I love everything
Yeah,
Lashley's been doing. Art wise, man, the guy's killing it. But let's move along
100%.
because we have what I was talking about. DC
Yeah.
All In Special number 1. That's right. Now we are going to be kicking off the next absolute stuff, which is something I'm actually really excited for. So
Mhm.
DC All In Special number 1. This is the cover A, and it is a flip book cover. First appearance and cover of the Absolute Universe that has Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman. Story by Scott Snyder. Baby, let's go. Dude, I'm actually looking forward to this.
This is maybe the one DC series that's getting me back into it because it's very clear that they're going all in on this. Like, not to make a joke out of it, but like they're like all in. Like they're trying with this. And look, man, Scott Snyder, I love him as a writer. So having him back on Batman, I have
Yeah,
to pick it up. I can't skip.
yeah. I'm with.
So
Chia brings up a good point because the retro logo back right there at the top left
yeah,
looks
the
amazing.
bullet one or whatever it's called.
Yeah, it looks fucking
Like
awesome, man. But hey, Kenneth's in the
because the
house, man.
studio did
Kenneth,
it.
appreciate you being here. But yeah, man, I'm excited, man. I'm looking forward to this absolute Batman. Everyone, dude, I don't
Yeah,
know if you've been following the build up to the release, but there's a lot of
people hate this logo, man.
okay, look, the logo is a whole nother conversation.
Mhm.
Conversation. I can understand some Batman fans feel a bit disrespected. Even I was a little confused by it, but let's see how this plays out story wise. That's all I care about. Give me a
Yeah,
good story.
but I mean, even Jason Aaron on Superman, if I'm not mistaken, and Jeff Lemire on the Flash, like they got a good creative team doing this. Like
Yeah,
it's
bro.
exciting to see more than anything.
It's a
Like it's
huge.
clearly it's a response to the Ultimate Universe. I find because Marvel's been killing it over there. But
Yeah.
so I'm excited for this.
Derek saying it looks like a Marvel trade dress. Yeah. This guy.
Eh,
Yo,
He's
infamous
not
Jeb.
far off.
What's going on, Jeb? Appreciate you being here, sir. I hope you're not tuning in from work, or I hope you have the night off because it's also football. I know it's football. Everybody's watching football. But let's move forward because there's also the 1 in 25 incentive that has Darkseid on the cover. And this one's done by John Jiang. Dude,
Yeah.
Jiang is one of the nicest guys I've ever met.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I got to shoot the shit with him at Terrificon. We took a huge
Mhm.
selfie. I don't know if you saw it on my Instagram.
Yeah, I saw it.
But yeah, man, we were talking, chopping it up for a little bit, and
Mhm.
dude, this Jang cover is just insane. I like a lot of
Yeah.
Jang covers. Some are
Mhm.
hits, some are miss. I'll be completely honest. Not because I met
Yeah.
the guy, I'm gonna give him just full
Mhm.
flowers and blow smoke up his ass. Like some are miss. But there's majority hits. Like I love his Transformers one. I don't know if you saw that one
Mhm.
recently, dude. The Optimus Prime one,
Yeah.
sick. Dark. This one right here, I love it. I like this
I
one.
think this one's fucking killer. I
Yeah,
think this is an awesome cover. I kind of sucks as the 1 in 25 because now I got to order 25 copies to get it, But
yeah. I'm not doing
this is
that.
this is awesome. Like,
Yeah.
like
But yeah, it's very nice, man. So shout out to Jang. He killed it on this cover for the 1 in 25 incentive. Now,
yeah.
check on Michael Baker because Spawn 357's got a cover A right here. First appearance of Nero. Now, I'm not too familiar with the actual story at the moment with Spawn. So all I
Me
know,
too.
thanks to Lefteros, is that we're gonna have a first appearance within this issue. I may favor this first appearance simply because of the last name. My last name, sorry. So it's very similar to this
Yeah.
character's name.
I mean, I don't know much about Spawn. I have like issue 1 and that's it. So I can't really say much about this guy, but the cover's nice. I think it's cool.
Cover's awesome, dude. I think it's wicked, man. But yeah, man. So first appearance of Nero. If you're a Spawn fan, you might want to be picking this one up. Michael Baker saying still dealing with the fallout from the events of Spawn 350. Oh, really?
I'm
That's still
surprised.
ongoing, eh?
Spawn is at 357. Man, I remember when 300 came out. That felt like a while ago. Like, damn, man, we still going strong with Spawn here.
Yeah, dude, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that was still ongoing, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
Nero was a Roman emperor who burned down Rome because he was insane. I don't know if he's making that up because of the last name reference I made or legitimate. He's probably right. He's probably
I
right.
can't dispute it. So
No wonder. Hey, there you go. No wonder BC
oh,
feels connected to him. Yo, Guy Forge is in the house. Guy, ciao ragazzi, Forza Sinner for winning the U.S. Open today. Yes, Guy, I actually thought about you, man. I made a sick tortellini rosé and I forgot to send you a picture today. So appreciate you being here. I didn't get no DMs either, though. So I'm just gonna say that. I'm just gonna say that. Love seeing the high numbers instead of
Yeah.
rebooting the series every 10, 20 issues, and that is absolutely spot on. It's something that I
Yeah.
can't stand Marvel does like way too often, dude. I hate that.
especially the Marvel, and then they try putting the legacy numbering because they want the best of both worlds. But then, like when you
It's
look
terrible.
up the legacy numbering, it makes no sense because they include Spider-Man Renew Your Vows for some reason and Superior Spider-Man.
Yeah, and what they tend to do that is even more of a piss off, especially, dude, we're
Yeah,
collectors, we're paying out of our pockets here, and you have like, oh, okay, so legacy issue now it's 850, so we're gonna make it a 9.99 book, and
yeah.
then like 3 issues later, oh, it's also issue 50 on this end. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like annoying.
It's
It's
another
absolutely
9.99.
can't
My
stand it.
no, my favorite is when they do issue 1,000 out of like Amazing Spider-Man issue 1,000,
Yeah.
Amazing Fantasy issue 1,000. But like, where's the other 999 issues? Like,
Yeah.
we never got to 1,000. What are we doing here?
I feel you. I feel you. Now, Christina Payne's in the house, guys. Christina, thank you so much for being here. Show Christina some love, guys. Go subscribe to her channel. Christina's a huge supporter on everybody's channels, man. So she's always there in the chats, always showing some love. I'm sure if you sub her up, she will sub you back. So go show Christina some love. And the same goes for this awesome man right here, Trev, the shipping guru, who is going live 10 p.m. Eastern time with Evil Mike. So immediately after the show, show some love to Trev, man. The guy's crushing it over on his channel, doing some awesome hangout stuff and so forth. Now, let's move forward for the FOC stuff because Exceptional X-Men #2. You have the main cover right here, and it's going to be the first in-story appearance of Axel and Melee.
Mm-hmm.
Again, kind of like Uncanny X-Men. I was kind of like meh with issue 1.
I didn't read issue 1 yet. I'm gonna be real with you, but I mean, this cover is cool. I like the use of white. I feel like I'm saying every cover is cool for these picks, but Left Rose picked them, so he's not gonna pick any misses. But I don't have much to say for this. I love X-Men usually. I like the whole House of X Powers of 10 that they did with Hickman a few years back, but now this reboot is pretty promising. I find more than anything.
Yeah, it was. It seems exceptional, I guess.
Yeah.
Exceptional. But yeah, so for Exceptional X-Men #2, this is the main cover and first in-story appearance of Axel and Melee. So yeah, I'm still gonna pick it up. I'm still gonna continue to give it a read. I'm like I said, I wasn't gung ho so far up to what we've gotten of X-Men, but yeah, I'm still intrigued. Chiapet saying Exceptional was good. It was good. Good use of negative space. This I agree.
Yeah, exactly.
The leg right there kind of reminds me of the floating head on Captain America issue 1.
No, yeah.
But yeah, it's great use. Now, we're getting into the month of October, Halloween season coming around. Exorcism at 1600 pen #1. This is the cover 8, and it's a new limited series that's coming out, and it's a chilling new 4-issue original supernatural horror series. This is up my alley. I am definitely gonna pick one up. I like this.
I like the idea of supporting original ideas and original comics, so I'd say pick this up. Hannah Rose Mace sounds familiar. Did she write something, or was she like a YouTube live streamer or something? I feel like I've heard of her. I just don't know what.
Good question. To be honest with you, I'm not familiar, and it's funny because I was just gonna ask the same thing about Vanessa Del Rey. I was like, the art looks pretty cool. I don't recall hearing much of Vanessa Del Rey, so not too familiar.
Yeah, it looks different. I don't know. I like it. The White House there getting a little haunted.
Yep.
It's good.
Very haunted, man. So I'm definitely going to be picking this one up. Now, Guys, if you're following the Ghost Machine
Mhm.
stuff, you definitely don't want to miss this one. Hyde Street #1. This is the cover A, an all new character centered horror series by Ghost Machine. Again, bring on the horror, baby. I like this cover. This cover's sick.
Yeah, this is a cool cover. I'm gonna get a bit of hate in the comments right now. I haven't read any of Ghost Machine yet or Geiger or anything. I've heard only good things, and I'm gonna get to it eventually. I'm slowly catching up on everything, but people don't be afraid to hate me in the comments right now for it. But
Yeah, yeah.
this looks cool. This looks
But look,
cool. I can't lie.
yeah, Anthony, I'll be honest with you. I was actually having this
Mhm,
conversation with Lefteros within the week, and
mhm.
I had told him, I said, I'm liking Ghost Machine stuff. You know what I mean? Like I'm enjoying it, but like I read Geiger back when Geiger first came out.
Yeah.
I read Ghost Machine. I have signed copies. Like I'm doing my part,
Mhm.
but I
No.
haven't kept up with all the other series. Example, the Red Coat guy. Like
Yeah.
I completely, it just went over there. So now I got to catch up on that. But
But
I
they
can make,
got Fabic and Gary Frank drawing those books, and that to me is like enough to sell me on it because those guys just some of the best art ever. I find
yeah, dude, it's
like
it's incredible. But now I feel like the pressure's on. I need to
mhm,
catch up on especially some of those other titles. So yeah,
yeah.
yeah, definitely got to not missing this one. Hyde Street #1 is coming out, and it's on FOC right now, guys. So if you're, like I said, if you're following the Ghost Machine stuff, and dude, I think one thing that's
Mhm,
amazing, when Chia Pets, when Comic Legion went
mhm.
to Fan Expo, the feedback, having met majority of the creators there, the
Yeah,
whole lineup was there. They're pumped. They're really into this. Like they are zoned in.
they were gassing it up, man. They're like you could tell they believe in their work, and that's what you want to see more than anything. Just guys who believe in what
Yep.
they're doing,
Yep. Uh,
and
the fellow was asking, have you
there
ever
it is.
replaced a guest during a stream segment? BCC. Not
First,
yet.
first
Not
time for
yet.
everything.
But yeah, man. But anyways, so Hyde Street, yeah, like I said, you might not want to miss this if you're,
Yeah.
on the.
The whole team's also going to be at CGC. So if you guys have any
Yeah, I
books,
saw
give
that.
them to Armin. Go give them to Armin. Get them shipped off. Get them
Yeah.
signed 5 times.
Now, are you gonna pick up
Good
this
books
one,
to
or are you
have.
gonna pick up this banger of a cover? Check this 1 in 100 incentive, bro. Blackest Night cover homage by Ivan Rice. Dude, I
That's
love this.
nice.
Yeah,
I love Ivan Rice.
yeah.
This is I remember reading Blackest Night in high school, and I love that series. This is a 1 in 100, so I'm not really counting on myself to buy it more than anything. So, but I'm surprised they actually did this. That they did like an image book, did a DC parody like this. Like it's very
It's
straightforward, direct.
it's so cool, dude. I think this
Yeah,
cover. I wished this was a cover B. You know what I mean? I would have scooped
yeah.
so many copies of this if it was available at cover price, right? Then a
I
cover
say,
B, but
uh, yeah, open order. This would be an awesome vibe. But at 1 in 100, it's just like, oh, come on, man.
yeah. Exactly, man. Exactly. Yes, that
Mhm.
1 in 100 is pure firearm, and I couldn't
Yeah.
agree more. Yo, Raging Cajun Comics in the house. What's up, brother? Appreciate you being here. Yes, go Kings, go. Hockey season is very close. We're not too far away. Well, within the
Oh,
month,
I'm
we're
dying
gonna
for
be
the hockey season, man. I'm dying. We need to bring
same,
it back.
same. But yeah, man. So Hyde Street #1, the 1 in 100 incentive. Now check this out. If you're a gamer, you might know exactly what RuneScape is.
Yeah.
Now to the left hand side, this is going to be an all new series, but here you have the
Mhm.
cover A by Alan Qua, and then you have the FOC variant, which I feel like my kid would have a field day coloring that, so I'd have to keep it away from him. But it looks awesome, man. It looks awesome. What I like about that, I'm not the
Mhm.
biggest I'm not the biggest cover collector when it's just those simple black and whites, right? Like
Yeah.
I've said this many times, but I feel like this looks like original art, right? It looks cool.
I
I think this is
I
awesome.
like I like the way the black and white one looks actually. It looks different. Like it's a bit of a busy cover, so it's like you don't know if the black and white's gonna work. Oh, don't say that, JF. Don't say that.
Yeah.
But the black and white, like it works for me. I dig it. I never actually played RuneScape. I remember people used to love that game back when I was in school, but like I'm not a big PC gamer or anything. So if it's not on a PS5, I'm not gonna play it.
Yeah, it's funny. Anthony's saying back when he was in school, which was like 2 years ago. But RuneScape is making its way. It's on FOC right now. But let's keep it rolling because Iron Man #1. This is the main cover. Now it
Hmm.
seems we're going to be getting an introduction of a new Iron Man armor here, possible
Yeah.
first appearance of a new Ironmonger. I did see the preview of the Ironmonger.
Hmm.
Looks pretty fucking badass. I think,
Oh, really?
yeah, dude. I think the whole
Hmm.
Roxin War approach now coming into this issue number one, from what I'm reading online, some reviews, it's looking like we're gonna have a very edgy Tony Stark again. Like
Yeah.
we're gonna have a very badass dude that's gonna pull no punches type thing, back to basics, and I'm pumped for that. I'm excited.
I saw he got a new giant sword. Looks fucking awesome.
Yeah,
So,
you
it,
saw that. That's not normal.
yeah, it looks fucking cool, bro. Like, there's no other way to put it. And I heard a lot of good things about this writer. Like, there's a lot of hype behind him.
Yeah,
So I'm definitely gonna pick this up. I love the negative space cover that they did for this. I'm a sucker for negative space, so you already know
oh,
I'm picking up one of those too.
I
So,
wish I had a slide that had that cover. Oh, look at that. Yes,
there it is. You
it's
see, look
looking
at that beauty. I like it, almost like a steampunk kind of looking costume. Like it just
right,
it's working for me. Even that
right,
Scotty Young, so nice. I
dude.
love you put a
I
background
love
on
it.
this one.
Yeah, the Scotty Young is. I picked up a couple copies. I think I picked up 3 copies on FOC simply because
Mhm.
it's a cover that I want in my collection. And I'm gonna set one aside for one son and one for my other son. So
Yeah.
I love this Scotty Young cover.
Mhm.
Absolutely killed it. But the JTC cover right there, oof,
This is
oof.
awesome, man. I love this. Like what a you see, like there's no way I don't pick up that negative space. Like, come on.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. But these are definite pickups for me. Yeah, Scotty's one of his best.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree. There's
I agree
no.
with that.
I wish I wish this came out before I met Scotty Young. There you go. So that would have been amazing. That would have been amazing. Totally would have got this signed. But anyways, let's
Yeah.
keep it rolling because Sentinels number one is also on FOC. Told you
Mhm.
guys it's a spicy FOC this week. You have
Good
the
books this
first,
week.
yeah, first team appearance of the Sentinels. You got Lockstep, Shellback, Drumfire, and Sawtooth. I'm picking this up solely for the read. I
Mhm.
sure first team appearance, whatever. Um, but I'm excited to read this. I want to explore this story, man. It looks cool.
Yeah, I haven't really heard much about this, but I love the Sentinels as villains, and this looks pretty original. So I'm definitely gonna pick this up. I
Yeah,
I I kind of want to read this. It looks cool.
I'm
Who
gonna
doesn't love the Sentinels, man?
yeah, I'm gonna share my screen with you guys again because
Hmm.
there's also another cover that's available. I'm just pulling it up now. It's by Jeremy Wilson. I don't know if you saw it,
Hmm.
dude, but it's absolutely gorgeous. I have to share this with you guys because I think it's wicked. Yeah, here you go. So there it is.
Let's see this.
I think this is
Oh,
sick.
that's nice.
Yeah,
That's
man.
nice.
It screams. Put a signature on me.
I might have to pick up one of those to say the least. That is nice.
crazy, right?
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Love it. But Sentinels is number one.
Mhm.
Like I said, main cover right there. And yeah, I, I think I might pick up both. Just might pick up both.
I can't blame you. That second one is kind of speaking to me a bit more than this one, honestly.
Yep. Yep.
But the
But all right.
completionist in me can't just pick up a main cover without just a variant with no main. I can't do that. I gotta
Exactly. You
pick up
need it.
both.
You have to have the cover A. But Ultimate's number 5. Another situation as such. Main cover right here. You got
Mhm.
the first appearance of the Earth 6160's Hawkeye. And of course, the Ultimates has been a fantastic read. I think
No,
if you
it's killer. It's
yeah.
incredible.
And
This week's insane.
yeah, and this book as well has multiple great covers. There's
Yeah.
the Geoff Shaw, and then there's the Inhyokli. Both of them
Mhm.
beautiful covers. So yeah, I feel like
I love Hawkeye as a character, so I'm definitely gonna have to pick this one up. This is a cool cover. Ruane, he's an incredible artist too. I remember he did a lot of covers for Miles, and I love them all. I got a couple of those. So this is like guys, you have to be reading this series. If you're not reading it, like, come on, what's going on?
yeah, I agree with Baker saying going to be very hard to top Ultimates issue number 4. So
That
yeah,
was incredible. Even that cover for number 4, so nice. Like, oh man, what a read overall. Like, so good.
you're talking about the cover A, right? The cover A is
Yeah.
great. Yeah,
Even though I love the 1 in 25, I didn't manage to get one, but like what a nice cover with the I love the maker. So that to me is
yeah,
like, and Doctor Doom, man, like come on.
yeah. Dude, the entire story, like I get why they hyped it the way they did. It was
Yeah.
so good. I don't want to
I,
say anything further, but if you missed it, guys, please read Ultimates issue
it
4.
yeah, it just came out this week. That's why I don't want to like just dive right into it,
Exactly.
like
Exactly. But yeah, so Ultimates issue number 5. Now, Birds
Mhm.
of Prey issue 14. This one right here, pure cover grab. Pure cover
Yeah.
grab because Souza Micah kills it. Absolutely kills it on this cover, dude. Batgirl looks amazing. I
Who
would
doesn't love a
totally
good
get Souza
Batgirl
Micah.
cover?
Yeah, I would totally get Souza Micah to sign right where that cape
Mhm.
is because man, what a gorgeous cover.
Yeah, I know nothing about this series, but this cover, it's selling it to me, like,
Yep.
what a cool cover. It reminds me of the classic animated look almost.
Yeah, beautiful cover. So shout out to Souza Micah for crushing this one. Now DC Horror presents Creature Commandos #1. Here you have the cover C, and it is done by none other than Jim Lee. But
Yeah.
hold your horses, guys, because not only is there the cover C, if you want to get a 1 in 25 incentive, well, there it is, of course, in plain black and white. There you have the regular cover price available to you right there. I like both, but my wallet permits this one, not so much the 1 in 25.
Yeah. I mean, the colors are really, like, pretty dark looking, so it almost looks black and white, so that kinda counts for it. When
Fair.
I saw this comic, I was pretty surprised it's written by David Desmalchin, who's like, he
Yeah.
played Polka Dot Man and in Ant-Man and the Wasp. So I knew he had wrote his own series, but I didn't know he wrote for DC at all. So I don't
Yeah.
know if this is tying into the show at all. It's coming out in December, but I love Jim Lee. He always draws good covers, and David Desmalchin. I've seen his interviews. He seems like a cool dude. So I think I'll
Yeah.
definitely have to pick this up.
Yeah. Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. But beautiful covers right here by Jim Lee. Now,
Yeah.
speaking beautiful
Ah.
covers, of course, this Doom variant for Fantastic Four, issue 26. It's a Harvey variant, of course, because the cover is done by Ben Harvey. Got Dr. Doom and Fantastic Four cover depiction by Ben Harvey. I like this. I love this cover. It's very well done. I'm loving a lot of the Doom variants that are coming out. They're pumping out so many, and obviously the timing being very fitting, as if they didn't already
Mhm.
have that in place. But dude,
Yeah.
killer cover.
This looks almost painted to me. This is an incredible looking cover. Wow, man. This is
Yep,
cool. I this is actually like I hadn't seen it until this, but this is awesome, man. Like I'm digging this.
same
Kind
man.
of reminds me of I don't know if anyone plays Fortnite in the chat or whatnot, but they're doing this whole like Marvel season this year, and Doctor Doom's like the big bad against it all, and he has like Castle Doom with all the defeated Fantastic Four. So this exactly reminds me of that. So
Yeah, I saw all of the trailer for that. I saw some gameplay.
yeah,
No, I'm not playing Fortnite, but
no,
yeah, yeah,
it's the
Fantastic Four.
funnest game to play with friends. Trust me.
Yeah, dude, I get addicted to these things though, because I know you got to keep playing, right? If you want to keep up with all
Yeah.
the seasons and stuff like that. I got kids. I can't keep up. I can't keep up.
No.
But check
I
this
can't
out.
blame you, man. I can't blame you.
Another cover grab from myself here. Poison Ivy issue 26. It's not the cover A. I think it's actually the cover C. But
Mhm,
Poison Ivy cover depiction by Nubovic, and I think this is probably one of my favorite covers available on FOC this week.
mhm.
It's just gorgeous, so well executed. If you see this thing blown up, my God, it looks amazing.
Yeah, like, just the detail on it looks pretty good.
Yeah,
Personally, I'm not, like, the biggest Poison Ivy fan, so I probably wouldn't pick this up, but, I could respect a good drawing and, like, just look at that detail, man, and all those flowers and shit, like, wow.
dude. Yeah, it looks amazing, absolutely gorgeous.
I
Infamous Jeb talking about the Doom cover before. I agree
yeah.
with you, dude. It is absolutely gorgeous, and so is this one. So, Poison Ivy issue 26. Now,
Oh,
Venom 35. This is the 1 in 100 incentive because, guys, we're talking incentives
mhm.
right now. And here we've got none other than Delato. Delato killed it on this cover. I did get a bit of Delato fatigue. I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of his stuff was
Really?
starting to feel redundant at one point. But
I
he,
get you. It's kind of always in the same position, like, I feel like I've also seen this like, Spider-Man in this exact position from
yeah,
Delato.
with like a black background type thing.
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful cover. It's also available as a trade for cover price. And
Mhm.
to give you guys an idea as to what that cover price is, it's $3.99. So if you
Yeah.
cannot, like myself, make this purchase for a 1 in 100, you can pick it up as a trade. Equally as gorgeous, but yeah, the 1 in 100. Curious to see what that's going to go for on the secondary market.
Yeah, me too. I'm wondering what's gonna go for it. The Daredevil cover that just came out that he did is so nice too.
Dude,
That's been popping off a bit.
it popped off, man. It's seeing some
I was
numbers.
surprised. I
Yeah.
skipped it on the Comic Legion live stream, and I'm kind of regretting it since.
Terrible, guys.
Yeah,
As he mentioned, Anthony mentioned, every Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Comic Legion goes live for live claim sales. So if you missed your books at FOC, you have a last opportunity to get it at cover price before it does pick up on the Wednesdays. So definitely
yeah.
check them out and subscribe to their YouTube channel. Now,
Hmm.
Spider Boy issue 11. This is the second print, first appearance of the character who will become the new Spider Girl. Now, did you
Yeah.
catch on? Did you read?
I haven't read this yet, but when I saw this cover at first, I'm like, isn't this not the exact same as the first printing cover? And then I looked, and it's like, oh, they put a splat with information on it, so it's slightly different. I'm like, they could have changed it up a bit, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
But
I like it when it's a new cover and not the same one again.
yeah, but I'm looking forward to them bringing in the Spider Girl
Mhm.
stuff. Like I said, Spider Boy has been a fun read, so I'm enjoying it. And now we're gonna have this character pop in. I'm pumped. I'm looking forward to
I
it.
I like the character of Spider Boy. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I find Dan Slott's been killing it on this series, so I
Yep.
think it gets a lot of hate online for some reason. I'm just like, why do you guys hate fun sometimes? Like, it's fun. It's
Yep.
cute. Like, why do we hate fun now?
I
What's
don't
up
know.
with that?
I don't know. But
Mhm.
Spider Boy issue 11, second print for, of course, the first appearance of the character who will become the new Spider Girl. Now, check this
Yeah.
out. This is
Mhm.
my neck of the woods right here, of course.
So I gotta ask, does your wife know that you buy these comics or?
What she does now, she just tuned in. But anyway. Limited to
Mhm.
2,500 copies. On your right hand side, right there is Penthouse Comics number 5. Um, what's good about those ones? I've seen on the
Mhm.
secondary market every time they do the limited two, those tend to pick up a little steam, a little bit of steam. Now,
Yeah.
the not safe for work one there on the left. I don't know what's underneath, but I do want to know. So, anyways, yeah, Penthouse Comics number 5 right there, the polypack.
Yeah. This is gonna do pretty good with the Gooners online. I think a lot of people are gonna be buying this. I can't really collect these because, if my parents find these, I don't know what I'm gonna explain to them why I bought this. So I yeah, looks nice. Isn't this girl like a streamer or something? Like,
I have no idea who she is. We will find
I
out
feel
though once
her.
this book comes out.
Yeah, for sure. But,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm probably not gonna order this. But, if I ain't judging you if you are, I'm just saying, like, for everyone who will order it, I'm not
hey,
gonna
bro,
blame you. I get why you're doing it. Like.
you should consider yourself blessed because I grew up with Sears catalogs. That's all I grew up with. So just like,
I,
yeah,
I got
this
the
is
internet now, and I don't gotta spend money on this.
that's fair. That's fair. But yeah, man. So Penthouse Comics issue number 5. Now, guys, those were the picks for this week. Of course, like I said, support Left Arrows. Go visit him over on Instagram. You could check out all of his content where he's dropping nothing but good information for everybody. And you could support Left Arrows by visiting comicnation.us if you're in the United States. 15% off already on every book that's on FOC. And you can get yourself an additional 5% off by using discount code Black Crown. Canada, go visit comiclegion.ca. 20% off already on the cover price. And if it's your first order, you can get yourself an additional 5% off by using discount code ENLIST. Now, before we wrap that up, please, guys, go subscribe to Covrprice over on YouTube because, yes, the top 10 lists, you got the weekly shakers with myself, Laura, you got JB, you got, JB was there this week, which was awesome, by the way. Shout out to JB because he crushed it. But you got Marty and you got Dr. Yo-Yo Chris. Always bringing you guys the shakers and, of course, comics covered on Fridays. So go show some love to Covrprice, one of the best, if not the best, comic book price guide around. So
They've been killing it. Even you guys with the videos, been killing it. Like, it's been awesome. I've been tuning in every week. They're awesome. They're great.
appreciate that, dude. It's fun because they offer so much awesome stuff on their website, and I always say that it's completely non-biased. It's not tied to pushing any agenda, any books, or anything. They don't do any of that, so they don't care for it. So what
Yeah.
they do is just bring data, information, and try to provide us with the tool to organize our collections and be up to date
Mhm.
with the current market, right? And dude, I have nothing but amazing things to say about Cover Price.
Yeah.
Not because
No.
I always say it, not
Mhm.
because I'm doing stuff with Cover Price on Thursday nights. No, even prior to me ever being there, I've always said this. So that's just how I feel. But
Nah,
since
I
we are
get you, man.
talking,
I get you.
since we are talking market, Anthony, we're gonna get
Mhm.
into some of the market reports. So you ready, sir?
I'm ready. Let's
There you
do this.
All right, guys, market report. And yes, I agree, Armin. It's a huge FOC weekend. He has added a few books now. So thank you. I appreciate that, man. Shout out to you. But market report, of course, myself, always checking out all lists, whether it be CBSI, Covrprice, eBay, Go Collect, Key Collector, House of Steins, Spec Media, Furbird, you name it. I'm watching. I'm keeping an eye out. So let's get into the first book this week, which was Aliens versus Avengers #1. This one came in at number 3 on Covrprice. It made CBSI's list. It made almost everybody's list. The 1 in 100 ratio done by Mark Brooks, which was also available as a regular trade. And that trade saw some amazing numbers, but a raw copy of this 1 in 100. 340 Canadian dollars.
It blows my mind that it went for this much, almost $400 for this book, and it was open. There's an open order version. You know what I mean? Like, and almost $400. Like, wow. I was pretty surprised when I saw this, but it's a nice cover. I'm not gonna deny it. People love Venom. People love Aliens. So.
Yeah, Mark Brooks actually ended up stepping in for Ottawa Comic Con. I don't know if you're aware of that. So if anybody had this book in hand, my oh my, did you have an opportunity? I think this book, cover-wise, is gorgeous. It's absolutely, he killed it. Mark Brooks killed it. I love Mark Brooks' art in general, but this is a gorgeous. Now, what happens in the book, of course, carries weight to why this is happening on the secondary market of, Spider-Man. Well, Miles. You know what? I'm not gonna say too much, but there's something that happens suit-wise, and it's fucking badass, dude.
It's cool, guys. It's a Hickman comic. Like, that's enough for you to pick it up. Like, Hickman wrote it, man. You got to pick it up.
Exactly. Couldn't agree more. You got comics and culture in the house. What's going on, brother? Appreciate you being here in the chat on this awesome football Sunday night. But yeah, man. So. Aliens versus Avengers #1. This is sick. I can't wait to see what a CGC 98 is going to come back and sell for. I'm actually seeing pre-sales in the $500 range. So
wow.
Yeah, that's over on eBay. So we'll
blows
see.
My mind.
Yeah, we'll see how long this holds. But yeah, very impressive sale. Now, I want to show you guys something because Immortal Hulk, we're in Baker Shaker territory right now. This is issue #1. It was the 1 in 1,000 ratio remastered sketch edition by Sal Buscema, CGC 98, $335. It was a Baker Shaker. First and foremost, I think this is gorgeous. It's a sick cover. And if you're wondering,
great cover.
Yeah, if you're wondering why it looks familiar, well, here you have it from Hulk issue 219. So yeah, I just think it's so cool.
I love the Hulk. He's one of my favorite characters. Immortal Hulk is one of my favorite runs in recent years.
Same.
Just an incredible comic. They even have the colored one I remember seeing that was very nice of this cover.
Yeah.
So $335 for a 9.8 to me is like, and it's a 1 in 1,000 of one of the best series we've had in a long time. Like, I can't be mad at it sold for that high. Like, and it's such a nice cover, a classic. Like, this makes sense to me.
Yeah, I love it, dude. It's sick. I love things like this. I love coming across such covers in such fashions where it's taken from a page and just remastered. So pretty cool. But
I love that classic Hulk, man. I just love that. Just to look at this book, great, man.
Yeah. Couldn't agree more. But CGC 98 of Immortal Hulk, so 1 in 1,000 sold for $335. Now, let's keep it rolling because the Ultimates 3, issue #3, this is the 1 in 20 ratio by Frank Cho. CGC 98 sold for $170. Again, a Baker Shaker. This cover is gorgeous. The only thing I wish was not there was at the top, as you can see, the whole March on ultimatum. No, I don't want that there. Take it out. Take it out.
It kind of low-key kills the cover a little bit for me. Like, but a really nice cover, a 1 in 20. Who doesn't love the Scarlet Witch? Frank Cho, that guy. I love his covers. Like, it makes sense why people are buying this. The Ultimates 3, not exactly the greatest series of all time, but this cover is very nice. So why people pick this up.
I think Frank Cho possibly drew the best curves on Scarlet Witch right there, man. So yeah, I love this cover. I think it's amazing, and I couldn't agree more. Chia Pet saying Scarlet 100%. Witch covers always rock, and Michael Baker saying I thought this price was pretty low. I totally agree. $170 for a 9.8 of this banger. Hell yeah.
Yeah. It's
Love it.
this is it. This is a big one.
So, look, I know we've seen this a few times. A few times.
Mhm,
I do want to bring this up because Ultimate Fallout 4, first appearance of Miles Morales, and you were talking about somebody earlier with Ultimates
mhm.
number 4, right? Issue
Yeah,
4. Yeah. Who is that guy you like?
the maker.
Yeah. So you might want to have this book also for that. But
Mhm.
CGC 98, $880, dude.
Yeah.
It
Mm.
has come down now to see it this far under 1,000. Yeah, exactly. Michael Baker
That's
saying,
what I was thinking.
yeah,
Like, I remember this book during COVID took off, and I was like freaking out at the time. Where it's like, this is unheard of for a modern book. This is look, man, this issue is a classic though, like the first appearance of Miles and everything. If you guys have the book right now, Pacelli's doing a CGC signing, so you guys go submit that too.
yeah.
But this is such a good book, like an 880 USD. Just I'm like, is it a lot of money? Yeah, no kidding. But considering the drop from what it used to be, I'm like, it's low key pretty surprising to see for a character of this caliber.
Right? It's looking more appealing. More appealing.
Yeah.
I have Ultimate Fallout 4. I
Mhm.
have the Pacelli, but if I had to buy this soon, I think would be a good time. I imagine it's
Yeah.
gonna pop again once we get the Beyond the Spider Verse, right? Once that
Oh, for
drops, it,
sure.
it might pop a little bit more. I imagine, especially if the movie ends with him in live action,
Mhm.
that's gonna fucking
Yeah.
explode. Um,
But I remember even seeing the second print had such a big decrease, man. Like that shit used to be worth a lot of money. Now it's like really not much,
oh, dude, a couple $100. You can
which
buy that Pacelli
blows my
variant.
mind.
You could buy the Pacelli variant for Ultimate Fallout 4, which is the second print.
Yeah.
You can get it for under $100 Canadian. You're within the $80 range for a contender.
That's actually the only one I'm missing from this because I have the other second print that is just cover, but you see his face.
Yeah,
But that one I had never got, and now I'm looking at it, I'm like, this is affordable now. So I'm
yeah,
I'm I'm pretty surprised.
exactly. And I agree with Hyper Combo Comics saying that this book will have its day again. Couldn't agree
Oh
more.
yeah.
But yeah, just interesting to keep an eye out for. Felt the need to put
Mhm.
it up because 880, it's coming down. It's coming down. Now,
And it's just funny we say it's coming down because it's still like a lot of money, you know.
it is. But I mean,
So
in comparison, right? But check
yeah,
this
no, for sure.
Trinity Special, World's Finest, number one. This is a 1 in 50 ratio by
Mhm.
Saawi. Raw sold for 130 US dollars. The book was number one over on the House of Stein. Shout out to the whole
Mhm.
crew at the House of Stein. Everybody's crushing it there. But yeah, man, 130 US dollars. The cover is
That's
gorgeous.
this cover's not really my style, the like anime looking kind of thing. So I can't imagine spending 130 USD on this. That
Raw.
is just raw. It's like even more insane to me. Like I'm surprised it sold that high. Like if somebody really wanted this book, man. Like I don't know. Like
Yeah,
it-
it's sick. I think it's a beautiful cover. I know it's not up your alley, but I think this
yeah,
looks gorgeous. Very
and
impressive sale right here at 130 US dollars. And
even
again, I want to
even
shout out.
the character I'm not huge on, honestly.
They're okay. I understand. I don't blame you,
Yeah.
but I do think, like I said, it's a gorgeous cover. Raw
Mhm.
130 US dollars. So we'll see now with some 9/8s making their way back for sure. Curious to see
Yeah.
what that's going to go for. And again, I want to shout out everybody
Mhm.
at the House of Stein, always crushing it, doing their thing, man. And if you like top 10 lists, you want to see what's happening on the market, show them some love too, man, because they're doing some cool things. I agree with
Yeah.
Chiapette saying it's a fun cover. Hyper saying
Yeah.
cool cover, but not a
That's
hundred.
what I agree with Hyper.
Same. I wouldn't pay that personally. I would
Yeah.
not. But it's.
Especially for a character like this, like really?
But I will say it's a nice cover. I won't take that
Yeah.
away. Now Hyper's gonna get excited because The
Mhm.
Walking Dead number one right here. First appearance of Rick Grimes, Shane Walsh, Morgan, and Dwayne Walsh. CGC 98 sold for $2,200 US. Cover price daily shaker. This book, I think, stands the test of time and will continue to do so, dude. I do not see drops ever happening here.
I think this book is consistent with just its price. I remember when I started watching The Walking Dead when it
Yeah.
yeah, Chip, that's right. I'm a bigger DC hater. But I remember when I started watching The Walking Dead, like when it was coming out, like season one and whatnot, like this book was expensive at the time. It's like I see it now, it's like it's still expensive. It's it's one of those locks and that you're never like you don't see it go down. Even
Nope.
when the show got garbage, it was still worth a lot of money.
Yep. So Michael
Like,
Baker saying this price is another one that has come way down, yes, but still holding relatively well in my opinion. $2,200 is not chump change, and
and
I think
and it's not a '60s book or anything. Like, it's what year did this come out? Like early 2000s or
yep,
maybe late '90s?
yep.
Like $2,000 is still a lot of money, man. Like, especially in USD, because for us Canadians, they really fuck us on that. But
Oh, that conversion hurts, bro. We're well above
yeah,
$3,000 there. There you go. Yeah, it was early
exactly.
2003.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Because this is a book I feel like it's just been always consistently expensive. It's never been affordable for me, and it still isn't.
yep,
So
yep. One day you'll have your day. But check
yeah.
this out. You and
Oh
I had a
man.
conversation about this Wolverine #1 newsstand edition. And although it does say cover price daily shaker, guys, we got to give credit to Michael Baker because it's a Baker
Mhm.
shaker just the same. He DM'd me this and let me know, hey, check this sale. CGC 98 selling for pretty much $1,200, man, in a
Fucking
newsstand. In
insane,
a
man.
newsstand.
So as I was telling you off the show, but one of my friends had this book and submitted it to Hugh Jackman to get it signed at CGC.
Yeah.
And his newsstand was like, you know, depending what CGC does to it, this looked like a 9.8 book. Like, it was a lock for a 9.8. So we haven't got it back yet. We're waiting. But so me seeing the newsstand going for this much, and I'm like, damn, man, this is a real book, man. This,
Dude, imagine, okay, it comes back a 9.8 signed by Hugh Jackman. I think
mhm.
that goes easily over 2,000 US.
100%. And also, but this book is one of my favorite books ever. Like,
Yeah.
this is a book everyone. If you're a Marvel collector, how do you not have this in your collection? Everyone has to have it.
Do
Maybe
you
not the newsstand, but everyone has to own this book.
do you put this cover in the top 10 best Marvel covers of all time?
Ooh, top 10?
Yeah.
Is ooh, that's hard. I think I would. I think I would, honestly. This
That's
is one of my favorites. So I would put it in at least my personal top 10 because this to me is like a classic Wolverine cover. Just his face and everything. I love it. I dig it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so too. It's up there. It's up there.
He has a lot of classic Wolverine cover. Wolverine has so many good covers, so it's like, but this to me always stands out. And every time I see it, this and Hulk 340, I'm always like, that's Wolverine, man. That's for me.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. But since we are talking Wolverine, I want to show you
Yeah.
guys this one. Check this out. I woke up this morning and saw this on the Cover Price Daily Shaker, and I absolutely had to include this into the list because I believe it's one of the biggest sales that ever took place for this book, if I'm not mistaken. But Wolverine issue 20. This is the 1 in 65 ratio by John Romita Jr. CGC 98 selling for 220 US dollars. This cover is pretty wicked, man. I
This is
love how,
awesome.
yeah, it's like it kind of feels silhouette right? Like a little bit of a
Yeah.
silhouette going on with his face. The eyes really fucking popping on this
Am I
cover.
gonna sound insane if I say this, but isn't the regular cover the same thing, but he's in the blue costume?
Um,
Or
I
am I
don't,
tripping?
I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. I would have to go back to check that. But this 1 in 65, dude, I love this. This is a
I love
sick.
the brown
And
costume,
dude,
man. So I love this. This is
yeah,
awesome.
I will say, John Romita Jr. for me is hit or miss. I love everything he did, back in the day. What he's
Mhm.
currently pumping out, I'm not. It's a lot of hit or miss for me. Um,
100% on the same page with you.
yeah, but
Like,
like,
he has a couple, like, sometimes those faces he draws, I'm like, ooh,
yeah, but this one right here is just
this is
absolutely
killer.
gorgeous. Yeah,
I love the shadows and, like, the ninjas. It's this is awesome. And like I said before, the brown costume for me is the definitive Wolverine costume. So
yeah. You're
I love this
actually
cover.
so you are right. I'm gonna just pull it up because you brought it up. So I got to make sure that
Mhm.
everybody here sees it as well. But yeah, the cover A is exactly that. It's the blue one. So
Yeah.
here, just one
Okay, I'm not
second.
insane. That's what I thought.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I don't even remember seeing the blue one.
Well, because I remember I had read this in high school, this series, and I really enjoyed it. So
Yeah,
yeah, but the brown
I
one's
don't.
so much nicer.
Yeah, the brown one is much nicer. You see it here, the regular blue one.
Mhm.
Personally, I prefer this one.
Yeah.
Just looks way cooler. But
Even the
yeah,
use of shadows is a lot better on this one compared to the blue one.
yeah. Oh, yo, Dan De La Torre's in the house. Dan, appreciate you. I missed you
Mhm.
stepping in here, so appreciate you being here. Dan saying this is a harsh thing to say, but John Romita Jr. is nowhere near his father's ability.
I get where you're coming from.
I don't disagree entirely. So I'll leave it at that.
But I don't want to disrespect the JRJR legacy because he's killers, man.
Yes, he
Spider-Man
does.
versus the Hobgoblin in the fire. You know what I mean? Like one of my favorite covers. It's such a
Yeah.
nice one.
Yeah. 6Gun13 saying no, not same cover. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know.
slightly different.
Yeah, slightly. It's really the costume and it seems the
Yeah.
silhouettes. That's pretty much it.
It's just like, the background of like from memory. I'm like, oh, I'm pretty sure it's the same one.
Yeah, Hyper
So,
also agreeing with Dan. Like I said, I agree. I don't entirely disagree. I do think his prior work was much better than what's coming out right now, and I'll leave it at that.
no, 100%.
But full credit goes to John Romita Jr. for this one. Gorgeous cover. Now,
Yeah.
Archie's Madhouse, issue 22. This is the first appearance of Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Michael Baker hitting me up, CGC 4.5, selling for 559 US dollars. I grew up with Sabrina the Teenage Witch over on, I think it was ABC or whatever that it was playing on back in the day. My wife loves Sabrina the Teenage Witch, but not the OG one. The
new one
series that was on Netflix, dude. And even
I'd watched it too. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. It was quite fun, actually. It was a pretty good series.
Yeah, there's some corny moments, of course, with the crossovers as well with Archie and stuff like that. And I'm like, ugh, whatever.
Yeah, that Riverdale show sucked ass, but like the Sabrina one, I went in with low expectations. Then I watched it, like, it's actually not that bad. It's pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. Now I think this is a great book to have, especially if you're somebody like myself who grew up with Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I think it's just awesome to have in your collection. But a 4.5 selling for 559 US dollars, pretty impressive, man. I think it's a fair sale, pretty fair.
Yeah, for a grade that low too, it's pretty fair. Like, people love Sabrina the Teenage Witch, man. She's always be relevant.
Michael Baker, Melissa Joan Hart. Yes, she had her day. I'll leave it at that. But another thing I grew up with was the Flintstones, man. And I think everybody's familiar with the Flintstones. Del Giant, issue 48. This was also a Covrprice daily shaker. As I said, first appearance of the Flintstones in comics, CGC 8.5, selling for 1,850 US dollars. I love the Flintstones.
Me too.
I think an 8.5 at that price range is pretty fair, factoring how big the Flintstones were.
I think it's like it was a big part of a lot of people's childhoods growing up. So that to me it adds up. Like it makes sense that it's sold for the site, and considering the age of this book at a grade that high, like it just makes sense to me. And I can understand why somebody would buy this. The Flintstones, they're classics. Like,
I'm a buyer. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Michael Baker's saying great price. Like if I had the cash, dude, this is a good pickup for an 8.5.
I don't blame. And I like 8.5 because it's like a nice grade too. Like, it displays nice. If you have an 8.5 on an old book, it's, So,
I agree, but go ahead.
I gotta ask, this is so random. Do you like the live action Flintstones movie or with John Goodman?
It was fun. You know what? There was actually a Super Nintendo game of the Flintstones. That was really fun. And I
like
played
the movie's it's kind of corny, but I kind of love it. It's kind of great.
It's okay, but I still prefer obviously the animated stuff, the cartoons, bro. It's what I grew up with, man. So the live action, John Goodman. John Goodman.
There you go.
Fucking love John Goodman, man. Yeah,
exactly.
Brings
John
me
Goodman
back
and the Big Lebowski, my favorite actor.
Brings me back to my Flintstones vitamins. They didn't work. No, they didn't. They didn't work for anybody.
And you know what? They tasted good, man. I'll give you that much.
Yeah. Anytime Hulk Hogan told me to take my vitamins, that's where I was going. It was the Flintstones vitamins. And yeah, both Hogan and Flintstones let me down, bro. Let me down.
I said I took I took them every day throughout elementary school. It didn't really make me that much stronger, but
Yeah. Grilled cheese and tomato soup, baby. Yeah. But all right, man. So CGC 8.5 of the Del Giant issue 48 sold for 1,850 US dollars. Now check this one out. The Cat number 1. First appearance and origin of the Cat. Now, I think this is a pretty good sale, and I'll explain why, man. Because CGC 98 selling at 3,420 US dollars. It was a Covrprice daily shaker, but this is pretty down. I think when I was checking out the website, it was approximately like a 10% drop on the book. So just to give you an idea.
It's a 9/8 of an old book. Like you don't find 9/8 of this book every day. You know what I mean? Like I can't pretend like I'm shocked that this is selling for 3K. Is Hellcat a big character? Not really, but there's always potential for her. But a 9.8 that like who's finding a 9.8 of this book? To me, I'm pretty surprised.
Yeah.
More than anything.
Yeah, there's again, like you said, it's relatively hard to come across, but seeing that price drop, 10% drop, we'll say,
Mhm.
for a CGC 9.8, $3,420 US, factoring all that, I think that
Mhm.
is a pretty fair buy. I'll call
I
it a
think so
fair
too.
Yeah.
Especially because it's just the cat. It's not like an insane character that like
Yeah.
are clamoring. Like who has anyone asked for a solo cat movie?
No, absolutely not.
I know I haven't.
Yeah, Dan Delatorre is saying, I'd love to obtain this cat book. And yeah, I do. It's a great book to have within your PC for sure. CGC 9.8, $3,400. Personally, is not something I would be forking out. There's a lot of other characters I would love to have prior to that. But yeah,
100%.
great book to have if you can find it raw for a fair grade. I think it's a good book to have. Now,
Yeah.
check this out, man. I don't know if you were aware of these, but the Marvel quarterly reports that came out back in '91, they were doing it.
I was trying to do research on this. Like, what is this comic? I don't know what it is.
So,
Is it like, do they just report their sales and shit, or what? Like,
well, no, it was a bit more than just sales. Like there's
Mhm.
it's mostly like recapping what's been going on in comics and stuff like that. But Marvel
Okay.
Quarterly Report issue number 3, there's only 3 copies on the CGC census in a CGC 9.8. So for $441 US, I think that's a pretty fair buy.
I like the cover of Spidey, so that to me, it's like I can understand why that price it's like at $400, but also it's like, it's Marvel Quarterly Report, like who cares, kind of, but like I get it somewhat.
Yeah, I again, I don't blame you for saying it in that manner. It's
Mhm.
like, who cares, right? It's just a
Yeah.
quarterly report. You're not wrong. You're not
Like
wrong.
you're telling me 3 people submitted this book. Like I believe you.
Yeah,
I believe you only 3 people submitted 9H because who's submitting this, man? Like
but
I love that.
they were doing this in the '90s for quite some
Mhm.
time, and they had some really cool covers. Um, there's one cover. It was the wedding of Cyclops and Jean Grey,
Yeah,
and
I had saw that one when I was
yeah,
looking this up.
that's an actual issue, right? And then you
Mhm.
have, let's say, Marvel Quarterly Report that the exact same cover. So I'm
Yeah,
not
it's almost
sure if
like a
that one.
reprint.
I'm not too sure if that one's also a wraparound or not. But yeah, it's just again to give you guys an idea. These existed within the
Mhm.
'90s. I don't think it lasted too long. Um,
Yeah, I think
a couple
3
years.
people submitting it shows that it probably didn't last too long.
Yeah, exactly. Um, Michael Baker saying, I don't remember this from back in the '90s. Never seen this before. Yeah, guys,
Yeah.
check it out. Go on Google. It's actually it's pretty interesting. The more you dive into this, you find more stuff. And like I said, there's some really cool covers as well that were just
Yeah.
covers that I've not seen used anywhere else. Like no comic books, no nothing. There's
Yeah, like
here. I just found one. Hold on. I'm gonna pull up.
I say like this I actually like for me a Spidey cover is a Spidey cover. So this one like this one I can understand why somebody bought this because I actually do like this cover of him in like the New York Stock Exchange looking thing. Ooh, that's a cool one.
Yeah, so you saw the Spidey one, right? So like with the toy biz.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. Then you have this one with the Fantastic Four. I think that's
Yeah.
awesome.
These
Um,
look like early
Earlier Uncharted.
2000s. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly what we're talking about.
this is the one I was talking about. So you have the wedding of Jean Grey and Scott, and of course,
Hmm.
I don't know if this is legitimate. I've never seen this, but it just looks like a bunch
Basketball
of
cards.
basketball and Marvel cards.
Jeez.
Oh, this is a cool cover too, man.
Yeah, that's one I had saw too with the
Yeah.
Punisher and everything.
So yeah, man.
I was just I
There's
didn't know
some
this
cool stuff.
existed.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff here. So yeah, just felt it would be cool to show you guys this type of stuff.
Hmm.
Then you
Yeah.
have Derek C. A lot of shit in the '90s didn't last too long. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's
he's
not
not
exactly wrong.
he's not wrong. I love this name, by the way. Who the fuck is Assalam?
Asshole.
Amazing.
It's my
Yes, my new favorite guy in this chat. Please comment more.
this is one
Um,
of my friends. His
yeah,
name's Alessandro. So
That is fantastic, Alessandro. You're a gem. I love that.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh my god.
yeah, the wedding of Jean Grey cover is goated. Yeah, it is. I'm gonna. My brother's name is Alessandro. I'm gonna call him Assalam every fucking day. Amazing. But all
Oh
right,
my
let's keep
god.
it going. World's Finest Comics, issue 75. This is the first code approved issue, and you have a CGC 5.5 selling for 365 US dollars. Baker Shaker, but I think this is neat
Mhm.
again also to have within your collection. I like this idea of having, a comic, it's first code approved issue, and I think 365
Yeah.
for a CGC 5.5 is relatively fair.
I think it's a pretty cool piece of comics history. That being said, besides that, it's not a book I'll probably buy for myself. It's DC. DC hater that I am, I wouldn't buy it.
Yeah,
No, Gross did not give him that name. He did not.
that's
But
fantastic, dude. I swear to God, best thing I've heard in a long
yeah,
time. Like that made my week.
but it also kills me that the picture is literally like a donkey and cilantro. Like it actually
Yeah,
really fucking kills me.
fantastic. World's Finest Comics 75. Like I said,
Yeah.
first code approved issue for the price on a 5.5, 365. I'm a buyer, 100%.
It's a piece of comics history, so I can't blame you. Me personally, this is not down my alley. Like Batman, Superman, like
You hate,
these
you
classic
hate,
DC books.
you hate DC. You have Batman in a wheelchair. You should be parading this.
But there's also Robin there, and who fucking likes Robin? Not me, man.
But anyways, man. So a 5.5 of this sold for 365 US dollars.
Yeah.
Now this is fucking insane, dude. Check this. Avengers 10, first appearance of Immortus, a CGC 5.5 sold for 200 US dollars.
I would have bought this for 200 US dollars, man. This is it's
The books
issue
come down.
10 of the it's issue 10 of the Avengers. Like, never mind, Immortus is in it. It's issue 10 of the classic Avengers comic. How do you not get this? This is awesome. I mean, I know Jonathan Majors kind of brought down this book a little bit, but come on, man. Like,
Yeah.
it bothers me. You got Raw selling for that price. These modern Raw copies selling for this.
Yeah. You know what? You're not wrong. And I agree with Michael Baker because I did see the actual sale. The 5.5 presented so much nicer than the grade. I have no idea. Obviously you could see like it was a little bit worn and so forth, but it's still a 5.5 selling for 200 US dollars. The books come down quite a bit. And it's kind of,
Yeah.
I guess, like you said, right, with the whole major stuff.
Yeah. And just him getting replaced by Doctor Doom and everything, I think just killed the hype on this book. But I
Yeah.
mean, still a classic Avengers issue, man. For only $20, like, come on.
Yeah.
There's a first appearance in it.
Yeah, Derek saying colors with these books just pop. I couldn't agree more. And Dan
Yeah.
Delatorre saying Avengers 8 and 10 are once again within reach regarding price. And yeah, you're spot on. I think it is a good time. Wait, maybe just a bit more. We'll see how it's whether it's going to come down a little more. I think it will. And yeah, I'm a buyer. I'm a buyer.
Yeah, me too. 100%. This is to me classic Avengers. Like, I can't not be a buyer. So
yeah. Chiapet agreeing that the colors do pop, and Michael Baker saying they did Kang and Majors wrong. Yeah. Is what it is. But let's keep it going. Check this out, man. I love this. It was a Covrprice Daily Shaker. DuckTales #1. San Diego Comic-Con exclusive from 2011. Limited to 500 copies. CGC 9.2 sold for 650 US dollars. Dude, it's awesome how many San Diego Comic-Con exclusives continue to make these lists. You see sales holding up so well. Not all of them.
yeah,
Clearly
I
there's
had
select
saw
few.
on Covrprice that there was a Deadpool and Wolverine Capullo one. And I was
Yes.
like, fuck. I didn't even know it existed until they posted it. And when I saw it, I'm like, oh, fuck, I wish I had that. So if anyone in the chat's got a copy that wants to give me one, just, hit me up. I need that book.
Yeah.
But
Now,
this is DuckTales. Who doesn't love DuckTales?
and besides the point of DuckTales, what I love is obviously it's an homage to the
Yeah.
NES. It's an NES cover right there. It's amazing. I love this. Of course, we've seen so many styles of books since, right? Like we've seen so many titles do these types of homages to video game consoles and so forth, but I like this one a lot, man. I think this is cool. Seeing a CGC 9.2 sell for 650 US dollars, pretty impressive.
Yeah, 9.2 for that much is what really impressed me. But also, you gotta keep in mind limited copies, so
Yeah,
beggars can't be choosers. You want this, you gotta accept the grade it's in sometimes.
yeah.
So I can only
Hyper
imagine what
saying
a 9.8 is.
Hyper saying the DuckTales game was so damn hard on NES makes
Mhm.
no sense since it's a kids game. He's not wrong, man. There's so many kids games that were way too hard, but we still managed. But that was awesome.
Yeah.
Now check this. Guys, these foreign comics making splashes on the secondary market. Amazing Fantasy number 15. This is the Lebanese edition.
Mhm.
CGC 6.5 selling at 6,000 US dollars. It was a cover price daily shaker. It was also a Baker shaker. Shout out to Michael Baker. 6,000 US dollars, man.
When I saw this, I was like, "What the fuck? $6,000 just?" And I did some research, and it's like this is like it was a reprint from the 70s first off. So I'm like, okay, this is adding up. And I think it's one of like really low printed.
Yeah.
So I'm just surprised still, like considering the low print and everything. $6,000 for an Amazing Fantasy reprint. Like,
Yeah.
what's up with that, man? Like, who bought it?
It's nuts, dude. But hey, man, there's maybe the person was Lebanese. Maybe this is for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess. Like, I can't imagine $6,000 is not even an original.
Yeah, exactly. Gear Up saying I'm from Lebanon. Never saw a single copy. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah,
It's cool to see such things, and that's my favorite part of always checking out these top 10 lists, cover price, those daily shakers. Which, by the way, guys, if you subscribe to Cover Price, cheap plug, it's $3.99 to subscribe. $3.99 a month. You get access to all this information and you see such cool things. I never knew this existed. And
yeah.
seeing this morning, I was like, holy shit. Totally
I
got to.
literally learned about this today, man. And that's why I'm like, yo, I have to look it up. I was like,
Yeah.
I was tripping, man.
Yeah. So now that I know that, well, I knew that Gear Up's Lebanese, but now we got to get him one. We got to get him one.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was there for 10 years, 72 to 82. That's cool.
And
Cool
from
stuff.
what I remember, from what I read, it came out around then. So I'm surprised he didn't see it.
Yeah, true. Hyper saying, I hope whoever spent 6K on the Lebanese version already has the OG. Yeah.
Maybe he's trying to collect them all. He's trying to get every single one, every single reprint.
But very cool. But guys, that was the market report for this week. Just wanted to feature a lot of cool books. Also check in on some of those, bigger books. See how they were doing, kind of like Ultimate Fallout 4, Avengers 10, and that book right there, absolutely wild, man. I think the Lebanese version of Amazing Fantasy 15 is sick, dude. It's cool. You know what? Let me bring it back up for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I love the colors on this one actually. Like
The
the
black
whole
background,
black
it
background.
works.
Fuck, it pops, man, with the yellow in the back. I love this. Love this. Maybe
Yeah,
I'm
I dig it.
okay. I'm slightly biased. I just realized my entire theme of this is black and yellow. So, yeah. Anyways, but guys, we're gonna get into the hot topics. We're gonna talk some of that CGC shit because they actually
Mhm.
responded on a forum, and I feel like we need to have this discussion, guys. We absolutely need to. So, Anthony, I'm gonna ask, are you ready?
Let's fucking go.
All right, guys. Hot topics of the week. We're gonna kick it off with the first topic being some DC news. Man, DC came out with quite a bit of news from the beginning of the
Yeah.
week. Well, now Josh Brolin's gonna be reportedly playing Hal Jordan in DC's Lanterns. The series is set to focus both on Jordan and John Stewart. We'll get to this in a second, but apparently also Matthew McConaughey and Ewan McGregor are reportedly also in the mix to play Hal Jordan in DCU's Lanterns. I don't know if that's factual anymore because it
Mhm.
seems like Josh Brolin is where they're going with this. If we see Josh Brolin as Hal Jordan, one, it feels weird. It does feel weird for
Yeah.
myself, dude. We saw him as Thanos. We're seeing him as Cable. Now we're gonna see him as Hal Jordan.
He
But
played
even
Jonah Hex one time.
Jonah Hex, if we're looking at these three potential castings, it's looking like we're getting an older Hal Jordan here,
Yeah.
right? So kind of gives us the idea that Hal may or may not be here to stay.
Mhm. That's the vibe I was getting from all these castings. I love Josh Brolin, great actor, killed in every comic book movie role he ever played.
Yeah,
I don't love him as Hal Jordan, honestly. Once again, not the biggest Green Lantern fan. Not the so to me, this is I don't know. He's definitely not my first choice. I think McConaughey and McGregor as like the older Hal Jordans work a lot better for me than Brolin does.
yeah.
So I'm I don't know. Not my I this casting didn't really get me hyped, but also I kind of do believe in James Gunn, and I think the crew they got for Lanterns, like who's working on it, like I saw they have Tom King and a bunch of people from the Watchmen show.
Yep.
Like I think like the show, like if they pick Josh Brolin, they pick him for a reason. So I think it's definitely probably gonna work.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Brolin is no small time actor, man.
Yeah.
None of these names are small time actors. So, I think if they're gonna roll with Brolin, I am excited, but yet it feels weird. It does feel weird.
It feels off to me more than anything. Like not you could have given me a million guesses. I don't think I ever would have picked him.
Yeah, that's exactly it. The best way to summarize that. I would have
Yeah.
never thought that Josh Brolin would have been the one to play Hal Jordan. Dan De La Torre
Yeah.
is saying, so hold on, old guys are going to die off. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is maybe the focus is going to be on others. That's all I'm saying. Maybe he'll have more of a
Mhm.
senior role.
He's gonna have like that leadership role, and then like eventually he'll have to disappear from the series because he's probably expensive too. So
Yeah,
he's not gonna be the main universe Green Lantern. Is the
Rollins,
clear idea to
Rollins,
me.
Rollins about to complete a infinity gauntlet of just castings
Literally,
across.
it's
But yeah, man,
unreal.
yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts. I want to shout out somebody who popped in the chat, and it
Mhm.
was none other than Katie, guys, K-pop junkie. Show some love. Please go
Mhm.
support her channel. Subscribe. She's doing some amazing things. The Comic Book Community Awards, she's nominated for like 7 categories, including Best Channel, among some heavyweights right there. And I think that she winning that would be absolutely amazing. So please take a minute, go show some love to Katie. She deserves it. She puts in the work, man. She really does. So yeah, just wanted to give a shout out to Katie. Now we'll move on to from this because I
Mhm.
want to talk about this. Katie, you're welcome. You're very welcome. But I don't know if you saw this. We spoke Beetlejuice earlier.
Yeah.
Now, apparently, the Beetlejuice writers
Mm.
tackling horror anthology comic Ice Cream Man for Screen Gems. Dude, Alfred Goh, Miles Miller, the creators of the smash hit Wednesday series and writers of the new Beetlejuice movie, are on board to produce the adaptation via their Sony based Miller Go Inc. The company's Aaron Schmidt is also producing. Ice Cream Man, I don't even know where to start. I do remember when it
Mm.
popped off even quite significantly during COVID. I feel like, many things
Yeah.
popped off during COVID, but Ice Cream Man itself, there was even homage covers, so many great homage covers. We saw crossover covers. We saw so many cool things. I think the ones that really had people talking a lot was the Cat in the Hat ones. You remember those?
Yeah. Yeah. Those were like really big at the time. I'm
Yeah.
surprised it took them this long to adapt it more than anything.
Same. I don't disagree with you. Um oh, oh
Yo, we
Master
got a
Eye.
hater in the chat, man.
Oh, I didn't watch it yet, so my wife did. She loved it, and
Well,
usually we
I
don't.
can't hate on these guys because they worked on my favorite movie of all time, Spider-Man 2, with Tobey Maguire. They helped write that movie. So these
Yep.
guys, I'm always gonna turn up. I like the Wednesday series. I thought it was fun. It wasn't like I don't think it was as big as great as everyone was saying online, but I really did enjoy it. Like it was a fun time. And even new Beetlejuice movie. Perfectly fine, fun movie. Like, you know, I don't know what they're gonna do with this more than anything. I was like, this is pretty surprising to see to me. Like
Yeah. Katie
Beetlejuice
bringing
goes
up
to
a point.
Hawaii.
Yeah, she's bringing up a point. Apparently, that's what they wanted to do. Was send Beetlejuice to Hawaii. That's weird. But back to Ice
I would
Cream.
have watched it.
Back to Ice Cream Man. It's a wicked, wicked read. I hopped off shortly after the
Mhm.
those Dr. Seuss homage covers, and it was very enjoyable. Very enjoyable. I read most of it online because I only
Mhm.
discovered it later on, right? Like I totally
Yeah.
missed the drop. But I would say, within my collection, I have a solid maybe 10 issues of the run from when I hopped on, and I enjoyed it. I don't think it's anything bad. Dude, this turned into a live action. I'm excited. I'm actually excited to see how this goes.
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't tank. Kind of like, a lot of indie books. We'll take Old Guard, for example. Old Guard, like, I enjoyed it, but it wasn't what I wanted. You know what I mean? So I hope they
Yeah.
do justice. That's all I'm saying, and I trust them. I trust them.
Is this a movie or a show?
I think it's gonna be a movie. I think it's gonna be a movie.
Okay. Also, Screen Gems. Who
Yeah.
are they, man? I've never heard of that production. Like, when I hear a company like Screen Gems, I worry it's gonna be like super low budget and stuff. So you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't think there's been any specification if it's gonna be a show or if it's gonna be a movie. But yeah, man. So we'll see. But I have faith. Probably gonna be a movie is what I would expect. Not a
Yeah,
movie. Sorry, a series. I think it would be a series before a movie.
I would think it's a series too, because Screen Gems, I feel like I've never heard of them, and like if they're a movie studio, so they're probably a show studio. And also, it is like an anthology series from what I remember, so I don't see why it would be like one movie and another movie unrelated. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm excited. So let's see how Ice Cream Man's gonna do on the secondary market. They're already getting up there, just the FYI. And there's a lot of great homage covers too within this run.
Yeah.
There was even a Nintendo Power #1 homage. I don't know if you.
Yeah, I remember that.
So good. So
I remember during COVID, it was so big. This series, people were freaking out over it, and it just skyrocketed at the time.
Yeah, but all right, let's keep it rolling because sorry, here there was more to it. I completely forgot.
You see, there's a Spider-Man 2 mention. There it is.
Yeah. So you have the Spider-Man 2 mentioned. There's obviously the issue #1 on the right-hand side. But yeah, man. So again, I'm excited about this. I'm looking forward to it. Now, check this out. I'm going to talk statues, guys. I'm not Gem Mint. I'm not a statue unboxer or anything. He's the king at doing that. But if I'm going to buy a statue, I think this is a sick one. You all watched the X-Men 97 animated series. It was amazing. I can't wait for the next season to drop. But Iron Studios has now immortalized this legendary move with a brand new X-Men 1 in 10 art scale statue standing 11.5 inches tall. Gambit is taking a ride on Wolverine and adding a little pepper in his set to take down those Sentinels once and for all. This statue is packed with character and will easily shine in any Marvel fans' growing collection. Pre-orders are already live for $270, dude. They are set to arrive in Q2 2025, and pre-orders are already up on the Iron online store. Dude, look at that. Look at that.
Fuck me, man. Man, when I saw this moment in the trailer, I'm like, I don't know how I never like thought of that, or did they ever do this in the comics? Like, when I saw this in the trailer, I'm like, this is so fucking cool.
Yeah. I don't recall them doing a team-up move of such.
And so when I saw the trailer, it was fucking awesome. And even in the concept of the show, it's great. I remember I saw the statue because they announced it at San Diego Comic-Con. And I'm like, this is fucking awesome. Like,
yeah, it's cool, man.
I don't buy many statues because they're expensive. They're pricey, But this is one, like, I feel like I'm going to see on my, like, a comic store one day. I'm just going to be like, fuck it. I'm just going to buy it.
Yeah. No, it's sick.
Like,
I think I might make the leap. I might pick this up. This is really cool, man. I'm looking forward to seeing unboxings as well if I don't pick it up because this is very neat. But I just wanted to let you guys know about this because it's fucking cool. Ask Lancho, Chiapet is about to make Anthony have an aneurysm.
What did Chiapet say now?
He said Spider-Man 2 is not the best Spider-Man movie, let alone deserving its top spot. It's up there. I really like it, dude. I think the whole movie front to back is great, man. Dr.
Everything about that movie works, man. It's one of the greatest movies ever made, in my honest opinion. And I'm saying that. And I mean it.
That's hard to agree with, but it's the best of its time. I'll leave it at that.
Hey, come on, it's so good.
But talking movies, bro.
Talking so many movies.
Venom: The Last Dance. We are getting very close to that. I don't know if you saw this, man. Look on the right-hand side, dude.
I gotta say two things about this movie. When they announced Venom: The Last Dance, my brother's like, "Oh, they're making it a musical," and I'm like, "Jesus Christ!"
No,
and two,
thank God.
What's going on with this? What is this?
So, the official new promo art for Venom: The Last Dance indicates that Venom will also bond with a frog and a fish in the movie. So, as you can see, the frog there to the left, there's that
They look,
fish at
they
the
look a
top
little
there,
fucked.
and
I
we,
can't
we
lie.
all know about the horse. We all know about the horse.
Yeah.
I think the horse thing looks badass. The horse is awesome.
Mhm.
The frog looks wicked. The fish, I don't know, man. The fish is just
They look a little fucked. I'm not gonna lie to you,
yeah,
but this movie comes out in a month, and we're finally getting the second trailer this week. You know that we're
yep,
getting it on Thursday. They just announced it today.
yep.
I kind of like, how does this movie already coming out? I have zero hype for it. The first two are god awful. I have no hype for this movie, and seeing this isn't exactly driving hype for me. I don't need to see a venom frog or a venom fish. Granted, it'll probably make for a very funny moment in the movie, but this man always complains about Aunt May and her umbrella. Man, it's just one moment.
Yeah, it is
Man,
a strange
I knew
moment.
he was gonna bring it up. I knew it.
But yeah, look, I'm gonna go watch the movie. I'm going in with very low expectations. I'm excited to see the whole Venom horse thing take place because I think it
Mhm.
actually looks really cool. The frog, man, it looks jacked, bro. It's just funny.
Yeah,
The
that guy's
fish,
been
the fish
he's
looks
been in the
strange, but
gym.
yeah, this is the official new promo art, guys. So I just wanted to share that with you. Now,
Yeah.
The Goonies. I needed to talk about this because Hollywood classic The Goonies given the green light for a sequel 40 years after the original with its star-studded cast set to return. One of those cast members you and I absolutely loved because
Yeah.
he was over in Loki, but a source said
Yeah.
the Goonies reboot has been talked about for a long time, but it's finally been given the green light to go ahead. The plan is to start developing the ideas for the follow up next summer with a possible release date of 2026 or 2027. The original is so culturally significant. Warner Bros. Know they have to get it totally right. It's like it's likely major stars will come back, but the possibilities of where to take the sequel are endless. And
Mhm.
dude, I think this is great news. I loved the Goonies. I know you have a totally different take. I'll let you go.
Yeah, I'm about to get a bit more hate in the comment, but I do not like this movie. I don't like the original Goonies. I
Oh
didn't
man.
grow up with it. I watched it at a later time. I remember watching it and thinking this movie was not made for me. You know, kids can sometimes be kind of annoying and loud, and that movie is kind of just like loud to me.
Huh?
So to me, getting this sequel, like I can't even pretend like I care. I'm not. I'll probably end up buying into the hype and going and watch it, but the reality is like I don't need this movie being made. I know everyone else does, but I'm sorry, Guy Forge. I'm sorry,
I
but
love how straight to the point. I don't know you, but you're dead to me. Dead, bro.
I respect it. I can't disrespect that. I get it, but this movie to me is just it's not for me. And you know, you guys can go enjoy it, but
I
God
I
knows I
will.
won't.
I will, bro. I'm gonna go to this so pumped and excited because yeah, man, it's dude, the Goonies. The fact they're even bringing this back, man, 40 years later, dude, this is gonna be amazing. I think it's great news that dropped this week. Like I said, I
Mhm.
know majority of us grew up with it. If not, you've seen it as memes many times,
Yeah,
videos.
hey you guys, like.
I'll take care of you.
So
But yeah, man, I'm excited, man. I actually really want to watch this. So I'm so happy 40 years later that they're gonna be moving forward with this.
but
Chip and
but
Nick embarrassed.
you're
Um
gonna tell me that the Goonies is better than Spider-Man 2? Come on, man. We all know it ain't.
Anthony, it's because you are like 17 years old. You never experienced this. Yeah.
Oh my god.
All those Fan Expo road trips. I thought you nothing. There you go. I like
Oh my
hyper with the here lies Anthony. May he
yeah.
but dude,
Did you say I was 17?
yeah. To each their
Oh my
own, of
god.
course. I don't expect anything less, to be honest, because
You brought me on for the hot takes, man, and you're getting the hot takes.
that's exactly it. You are, I guess, much younger and did not embrace Goonies the way we did, I guess. And dude, it came out way before me. It came out maybe what 6 7 years before I was born. So I
So
still,
imagine with me.
yeah. So I took it in later, and I still
Mhm.
I whenever Goonies is on, there's absolutely no way I change channel. I still stick
Mhm.
with it. Don't make me make return to bury you right now, guy. I'll drop you the link. I'll drop you. Hey,
Guy's coming on next week and he's gonna bury me 100%.
no, come now, bro. Comic beef is apparently the new thing that everybody likes to watch instead of comics. But
And next I'm gonna start preaching CGC. Don't worry.
yeah. But anyway, so Goonies is back. Everyone's pumped except Anthony. That's what we learned
Yeah.
tonight. So let's keep it rolling. Joker, Folia Dur's stars would tear the script up and start
Mhm.
all over during filming. I don't know if this is fact or not. It was reported by IGN. I kind of don't know what to make about this because so far I'm seeing a lot of reviews, man, and
Mhm.
it's not looking as good as most were hoping for. Like I said, I'm gonna watch this with low expectations. Probably
Did,
gonna
did
wait even till it hits streaming,
mhm.
aka IPTV. Uh, but yeah, man, this kind of doesn't surprise me. I feel like this was probably all over the place going into
Let me
years.
ask you this: did you like the first Joker movie?
Did I like it? Look, I liked it for what it was.
Mhm.
Meaning, I took it in, as what they brought forth, but I didn't think of it as, this is the Joker I've known
Yeah,
my entire life. I just took it in as a standalone movie. When I heard they were
yeah.
making the sequel, I was actually pretty not on edge, but I was like, eesh.
Why?
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
Yeah.
where are you going with this now? You know what I mean? Because I thought the movie ended perfectly fine. There was no need
Hmm.
to move forward with the second movie. Although this is a star-studded casting,
Yeah.
expectations for myself are still low. When I found out it was a musical, it made sense with the Lady Gaga
Hmm.
casting, but I still am gonna go into this with low expectations. Now, them tearing up the script and starting all over, I,
It's
what,
it's.
was it an unpleasant environment to work in? You know what I mean?
Hmm. It's funny because like the first movie I thought was fine. I remember when it got nominated for Best Picture, I'm like, these people are tripping for nominating the Joker movie as Best Picture because that movie was like the best way I could describe it is like is kind of a negative thing to say, but a pool is deep if you've never been in the ocean. You know what I mean? That's what I felt a lot of people were doing with that first movie, and that they're kind of just hyping it up because it was kind of like darker than the usual comic book movies and whatnot.
Yeah,
But it was like an okay movie. This one I didn't have much hype, and this headline out of context is really kind of funny to me. That they just wrote pages and like, no, this is dog shit. We got to redo this. We can't do. Like, I'm not gonna pretend like I fully don't get it. Like, I get why they probably rewrote a lot of parts of this movie,
yeah.
but I'm not that hyped for it, honest to God. I even kind of forgot it was coming out for the longest time until reviews came out this week. Then I'm like, oh shit, that's a movie coming out. You're right. I don't really know. It was funny because I remember in interviews, Todd Phillips, when the first one was coming out, was talking about how it's like, oh, this movie's not gonna get a sequel because like doesn't need one. It's not one of those kinds of movies. Then
Yeah.
they made $1 billion and they're like, yeah, we'll make a sequel, I guess.
That's pretty much what took place there. Is they saw the money, the money tied to that. But I don't know, man. Seeing the reviews and seeing this news as well, heading into the movie, how they are tearing the script all over
Mhm.
on set and stuff like that. It's just it's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna go into it with low expectations, but
But at least if they're tearing the script, they kind of knew that like it was bad. So that to me at least gives you a little bit of faith in that. Yeah, we're gonna retry this. We're gonna get it good this time. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like they didn't just be like, "Fuck it, it's bad. Who gives a shit? Let's go."
yeah, we'll see. But let's keep it rolling because
Yeah.
we
Oh, there we
spoke
are.
a bit about some of the absolute Batman stuff. What they're saying here is expect to see the Dark Knight's Rogues Gallery very early and very different in Absolute Batman. Now, we spoke about this last week or 2 weeks ago. I don't remember,
Mhm.
but we talked about how the Rogues Gallery is going to be within the series, but it's looking like it's going to take place a lot earlier than anticipated. In fact, I think within the
Mhm.
first issue, we just might be seeing quite a few. So, among others, Snyder answered questions about the heroes' supervillain roster for the alternate universe series, saying fans will see them very early and be drastically different than their main canon counterparts. The acclaimed comic book writer was reasonably vague in his answers, building excitement for what this strikingly different take on Batman and his mythos is going to look like. Like I said, I'm excited about this, but I just wanted to put this up for everybody to be aware, because it's looking like, if you want to see what's going to happen when it comes to villains and so forth, it looks like it's all going to take place relatively early, according to Snyder. So um,
Yeah.
I think it's definitely ideal to hop on board out the gate.
I'm excited to see what Snyder's gonna do with these characters, like his original ideas for them. Like I loved what he did in New 52. He had created a but oh my god, these comments are killing me, man. I can't speak. They're killing me. Yeah, Josh Brolin was in that movie, but I really liked what Scott Snyder did in New 52. He had created a couple of new villains. Like I remember Bloom was pretty cool,
Yeah.
and there was even like what he did with Joker, with like the removing of the face and everything. I loved all that stuff. So what he does in this series, I'm quite excited, honestly. Like you already just looking at Batman, you know it's gonna be different.
Yeah.
But so what he's gonna do with the villains, I'm excited to see how different they're gonna be.
Yeah.
It seems new and original.
For sure, for sure. I do want to bring up JF's comment though about the
Mhm.
Joker, since we just spoke about it
Yeah.
right before this. The movie was about mental illness, and they
Hmm.
used a comic book character to do it. He loved it, and I agree. Like I said, I liked the movie for what it was. Do I
Yeah.
embrace it as a comic book movie? I don't. That's
And do I think it should have been nominated for Best Picture? No way, man. Like
yeah,
no way.
yeah.
Like just because I like a movie doesn't mean it should be Best Picture.
But
It blew me away at the time that I got nominated. I'm thinking about it now. I'm baffled.
yeah, but back to absolute Batman. Like I said, Snyder saying relatively early we're going to be getting all these characters, so I'm excited. Looking forward to this. Now, I do want to talk about this very quickly, and then we'll get into some of the main
Yeah.
stuff. But two upcoming MCU movies now in danger of cancellation, apparently again.
Hmm.
And what are those two movies? Well, it's looking like it's The Blade and Armor Wars, and I'm starting to lose faith, bro. Like the more I keep seeing this stuff, I'm losing that faith. Now I know that
Yeah.
Marvel came out announcing two dates for anonymous content. You know, looking at the time frames of those, I would hope to see something. I don't know. No, well, I know Nova is moving forward, but it's not going to be anytime soon.
Mhm.
And it's not going to be a special presentation. I would like to see a special presentation on Ghost Rider. I saw a new Rockstar
Yeah.
even saying the same thing, and I think that would be ideal. That was something even I was thinking, because we spoke
Hmm.
special presentations and what characters would do well, and I think top of the list would be Ghost Rider. So I
100%.
hope that does take place. But seeing Blade and Armor Wars again back in question, I don't know, man. I'm tired of
I
hearing this on again, off again shit.
I don't see Blade getting canceled, because if Blade was getting canceled, I feel like it would have happened already.
Yeah,
So that I think they're just really taking their time and they're gonna try to nail it. I wouldn't be shocked. Spoilers for Deadpool and Wolverine, but I wouldn't be shocked if they bring in Wesley Snipes to team up with Mahershala Ali to do another multiverse movie, and that's gonna be their Blade movie now because there's a lot of positive reaction to him.
oof.
So
I hope
I
not.
think I wouldn't want that either, but I'm saying I wouldn't be shocked if they do that. Armor Wars. I'm gonna be real with you.
Yeah,
I'm pretty surprised that that even got announced. I That to me seemed like a streaming thing with Ironheart and like if that gets canceled, I understand more than anything.
yeah.
It's I think Wars is a cool comic and it's a cool idea, but I don't see them like hearing that it might get canceled doesn't blow me away. Like it doesn't shock me more than
I
let's say Blade does.
But I do agree with Dan saying that it would be a huge mistake for the MCU to cancel Armor Wars. With no Iron Man, there needs to be a movie like this, because without Tony Stark, there's a huge void in the MCU universe. I don't disagree with you on the huge void part. I guess they're
Mhm.
banking on maybe Ironheart to kind of fill that
But
void in a little scale, I guess, on a little scale.
yeah, because there is Ironheart, and keep in mind, they're like with Downey Jr. being Doctor Doom now, it's like that's gonna be like the way they do it. You know what I mean?
That
That's
they,
like their Iron Man void almost.
yeah, I
So
guess.
I wouldn't be shocked if they cancel this because like even plans change, so maybe
Yeah,
it doesn't fit in anymore.
we shall see. But Anthony, I want to get into the main
Mm.
topic tonight, guys.
Yep.
Seriously, CGC. What the hell? I say it every week. I don't talk poorly on these companies because we use them and they're great for what we're doing as collectors and so forth. Now, yes, the banana emojis are popping up. Guys, we need to have this discussion because somebody on the thread made a response to the whole banana, I guess banana
Oh
game.
my god.
Call it. And it's someone who works at CGC, CGC Mike. Here's the response he made regarding the banana gate. Now, if you're wondering what I'm talking about, guys, books, and shout out to Mehdi. Mehdi is the one who sent me these photos. These are books he received back from CGC. I showed you guys these last week, and you can clearly see the bends taking place with these books, right? So on the left
It's
hand
super
side,
clear on that right photo. Like, look at that. That's
dude.
a, it's a
Yeah,
bad bend, man.
but the left one from top to bottom, sorry, top to middle, you see it, and then at
Yeah.
the other picture, like look at that huge bend going at the bottom right side. Now, here's the response. He says, "Hi all, I have not read today's post yet as I am on vacation. Here's a new statement that I have been given to post from CGC, okay? We have seen reports that some of the soft plastic wells used inside the CGC holder exhibit a curve when viewed from the side. After learning of this, we conducted an extensive review and found that the smallest well size, which is used for the thinnest comic books, is more pliable than other wells and in some cases will exhibit a slight curve." Okay, acknowledged. Importantly, this curve does not cause any damage to the comic book, and it does not affect the grade in any way. And of course not. It's fucking graded. The angle of the bend required to create a stress line simply cannot be done within the CGC holder. Pause.
Debatable.
Just gonna leave that there.
Mhm.
In addition, very high grade comic books can still exhibit minimal stress lines according to CGC's official grading standards. We do not consider this slight curve to be a mechanical error that requires reholdering. Still, we are always listening and want to serve our customers the best way we can. We have found that our next largest well size does not exhibit this slight curve and have started to use that well in lieu of our smallest size. The rest is all, we appreciate all your feedback, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
No.
Mhm.
What is going on? Like, this has to be one of the worst responses I've ever seen. I don't know what tests they did, what studies they conducted. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna put that back up for you
No
guys.
stress.
But here, okay. Daniel Latour saying I use EGS for a reason. I trust their work. CGC is lying. Michael Baker saying, once again, as long as
Yeah.
we all keep giving CGC our money, they will continue to do whatever the hell they want. Exactly. I hate
100%.
that. That's the truth. If my Jackman book comes in like this, I will pay CGC a visit. I do not blame you. Now,
Yeah.
okay, Mehdi also shared something else with me that I want to share with you guys. Anthony, I apologize. I'm gonna hog the screen for a quick
I'm
second.
out of here. It's because of my opinions of the Goonies. That's why I'm out.
Here's a video, okay? And I'm gonna press play. I want you guys to watch this. Look, okay? He's pointing, bend, bend. Look, you're getting ticks now, okay? Bend.
Yeah. And those
That
are
that
those
one
look
at
good
the
at all.
bottom, that one right there at the bottom, dude. The book came back as CGC 9.6.
9.6.
There is no way that book is going to be a 9.6 moving forward. I wish I had this video more clear for you guys because it's really bad. The bends are they're there.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing. I really don't know. But that response to me is, look at the laughing emojis they got first and
Yeah.
foremost. It was a joke. It felt like a joke. It kind of felt like, no, it's fine. We acknowledge that yes, what there is pressure and slight curving. It's not slight, dude. It's not slight. It's pretty up there. Books
If it
are
was slight, we would care if it was slight. You know what I mean? Like,
but books are in fact being damaged, and Mehdi actually sent me that picture or that video, and he's like, dude, if I were to resubmit this book in right now, I guarantee you it's not coming back at 9.6. It's gonna drop. It's gonna
Oh,
drop.
100%.
So again, I think this response was quite much of a joke. I don't know if this guy Mike was. He says he was given the green light to send this response. Mike, if this was green lit or if you wrote it yourself, well, dude, I would have run it through other people. I don't know, man. This is in my humble opinion a horrible response. There's so much happening with this banana thing. I hope they are gonna actually fix this now, but there are people asking for complete refunds on eBay purchase sales and so forth. And shout out to 99 Newsstand because he's been also constantly putting out posts about this. There's people that are purchasing books, receiving books in this condition. And like I said, at the end of the day, man, it's not that grade that matters solely. It's the book itself. So if the books are suffering condition wise, what's the point? What's the point? So now the eBay seller is refunding, right? You have eBay sellers that are refunding people because the people are not satisfied with the book that's in the case. And who's to deal with that? It's not CGC. It's us. It's us.
Literally. I like resubmitting books sometimes, like because they do a lot of good signings and whatnot. So I'll resubmit a book. This to me, like, it kills hope. I don't understand why they like this response is a joke because one, okay, to acknowledge that it is a thing. So at least they did that much for us that they can acknowledge that books do get bent.
Yeah.
But there's very clear proof that they get damaged. And to me, the fact that they just disregard it is so stupid. And like they just don't want to admit that they're wrong. So
Yeah.
and the problem we have to be heard. Like we have to let them know because if we just accept answers like this, we're never gonna get changes. Especially when they're the industry leader. I'm surprised that an industry leader is already making mistakes like this. How does this make sense?
Bro,
how are you making mistakes like this?
2024 feels like it's the year of CGC just shooting themselves in the foot and saying, guys, we're gonna roll out the red carpet for PSA because the amount of fucking mistakes have been incredible. And I'm sorry if I come off a little hostile. Again, I'm not angry and targeting CGC as I don't want to raise a torch against them. What I'm trying to bring to awareness is, guys, it's one thing to make mistakes, but then your response and not taking full accountability for this, us as collectors are fucking gonna suffer for it because look, I buy a book, I slab it, comes back looking like shit, like the video I just showed you, and I want to sell that 9.6. If somebody receives that 9.6 in that condition and he sees the fucking tick, the bend, the tick, the bend, do you think the guy's gonna want to take it? No. Absolutely not.
Can you blame the guy, man? Like,
so what happens? You know what I mean? In that case, what is CGC gonna do for such cases as such, where these bends are now taking place? You've damaged the book. What are you gonna do? Credit me for a free fucking submission? I don't want to submit anymore. What's gonna happen? That's my question.
And look, I've submitted a lot to CGC, and I'm not gonna pretend like this is the first time I ever heard they had a problem. I've had friends submit books that come back damaged and shit. Like this to me, like it's not unheard of from them. So
no, exactly. And this is 6Gun13. I can't stress it enough.
Yeah.
We need to hold them accountable. It's not that we want to do it to bash them and be like, I hope they go out of business. No, I want you to stay in business, especially if you're the leading company when it comes to grading. The more companies, the better. I love having the option, but Jesus Christ, can we acknowledge what we're doing here? That's all I ask. And it seems like you semi-acknowledge through this post that you put out of courtesy to make sure that you can ease a little bit of the fire, but you're not. The response is horrific. Do something better than this. And us as collectors, dude, like somebody getting a book back, a Wolverine 1, which you just saw a 9.8 fucking newsstand sell for $1,200 on my show tonight. The 9.6 in a newsstand, I don't know what the price is off the top of my head, but that is no longer a 9.6. Who's gonna pay that difference right now?
It's upsetting, man. Like I'm like, it's your whole industry. How do you fuck this up, man? Like I just don't understand. And like to me, it's good that we have competition now, like PSA getting into the game and everything,
Yeah.
because it's gonna force CGC to do better. And after this, like I feel like they're gonna end up fixing this. There's with just the response, and you see just looking at the laughing emojis this answer got. There's no way they don't listen to them and they change it up. So
Yeah.
I'm being optimistic, but
Yeah.
this is it's a joke. It's a joke to me. I don't understand how this mistake was even being made in the first place. It's so upsetting, man.
Exactly. So, like I said, on the plus side is that they're saying that they're going to use different wells now moving forward, and it's going to regulate to the issue. I know Armin submits many books, probably hundreds of books a week, if I'm guessing, and he's having a pretty decent experience. It seems like the issue seems to be resolved on his end, but again, I'm still seeing many others coming forth with this issue, and one good experience, and I'm seeing other several that are not so good. I just hope they fix this ASAP and take accountability. Like I said, if
Yeah,
there are books being damaged, own up to it. I don't want to see people getting fucking gift cards. So I think you need to own up to it.
100%. Yeah, you could get another free submission for a bent book. You can get it for free though, so at least we'll bend your book, but we're doing it for free now. So
Yeah,
come
exactly.
on, man.
6Gun13 saying they are just trying to cover their ass, even if it's not the inner well. It has to be a process by the person putting the books into the well. Yeah. Dude, like I said, it's kind of like 2024 is the year where they're just like fuck this type thing, and
You're just like,
yeah,
we're a
I don't know.
leader, man. We can do whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah, unfortunately, it comes off like that. It really does. I
Yeah.
hate to even say it that way, because look, like I said, behind me, I have tons of CGC books. I want them to continue to do better. That's all I want, and I ask
They
this
have
almost.
they have the best looking slabs and everything. Like I just they're obviously our favorite grading company, but we just need them to do better if they
Yeah.
want us to do it.
Here's another example. 6Gun saying I had two books submitted and both had bends in
Mhm.
the same location and both came back a 9.6. That sucks. It just
Yeah.
absolutely sucks. Now, forget the fucking grade that it's a 9.6 right now. Let's
Mhm.
acknowledge the fact that the book as is right now in that case is probably damaged. And now if you were to resubmit, might come back a 9.4, right? Because I don't know, man. It's kind of like watching somebody stuck under a fucking car. You're gonna want to try to pick that shit
Yeah.
up so the person can get out. The book looks like it's being crucified in this,
Literally.
right? Right? You want to save that thing from more potential damages. So I don't know. The slipping, yeah, exactly. Chiapet says it definitely seems like they're slipping. The slipping
Yeah.
is quite significant. So I just hope they do better. And my hopes, well, I'm just gonna say that from what I've been seeing, especially with the response as such,
Mhm.
my hopes ain't high. Kind of like me walking into the Joker movie right now. That's
Me walking into the Goonies too,
yeah, but I'm happy to see the chat here.
Mhm.
Engaging and sharing personal
Yeah.
experiences because 6Gun13. I'm It's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. I'm sorry that you received books
It's
in such a manner. Derek saying I
Mhm.
have halted all submissions until they fix this and disabled
and
my
I
auto
don't
membership renewal. Yeah,
and I don't
that's the
blame him
same
for
thing.
doing that.
I said the same thing last week, man. Forget this banana stuff. Go back and there's been so many issues with CGC this year. I've stopped submitting all year round. I have not submitted a single book this year simply
Mhm.
because I don't have faith. I almost am at the point now. Look, we're late within we're in the final stretch of 2024, guys. It's the month of September. We got October, November, December left, and then PSA makes their way. I'm
Yeah.
almost comfortable saying to hold off and wait to see what PSA brings to the table because I'm in no rush. I'm not flipping my books,
Mm.
right? And
You're not
if
going anywhere.
exactly, and if you are somebody that you know f- are flipping your books, this is concerning because here you are. There's people that are doing pre-sales on CGC on eBay. Sorry, they're pre-selling 9.8s. Man, could you imagine the book comes back in such a condition? Like,
Yeah, it's
sucks.
stupid, man. It's stupid. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Cliff saying, Actually, I've only had good experiences with CGC, but at Terrificon, I submitted to CBCS because they were there, and I was concerned about all this bullshit. So you see, it's not a good look for CGC, and the fact that
Mhm.
people are hesitant and holding back and refraining from even moving forward with CGC, it's speaking volumes, and I think we all should be making that very well aware to them. Like, I think if you hold back, I hold back, everyone's holding back, it's going to hurt their wallet and they're going to have to
Mhm.
readjust. And I think that's the only way to make them understand, right? We need to make them understand.
Yeah.
I hate the fact that CGC on the secondary market holds a premium. I hate it. It's all about money. It's all about money
Yeah.
because in reality, CBCS is doing the exact same fucking thing when it comes to grading books. There's no difference in between. There's really no difference. At this point, the only difference is right now I'm hearing less horror stories from
Yeah.
CBCS. That's the sad part.
Yeah. Literally.
Yeah,
And it's just because CGC looks nicer more than anything. That's why people love it, like more than anything. So
exactly. So, Mike, I don't know what to tell you, Mike. CGC, Mike. Horrible response, but we'll see.
yeah,
Moving forward where it's going to go. But Anthony, that's the show. Chat, that's the
that's the
show.
show.
Those of you catching the replay, that was the show. Of course, comment below. Let us know what you thought. But Anthony, thank you, sir, for hopping on tonight. We went 2 hours, lots
Yeah.
discussed, some hot topics, of course, market. But let the people know. Reference Point Podcast doing amazing things. Inform everyone.
Yeah, follow us at Ref Point Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, everything. OAR TV to watch our videos. You can follow my personal Instagram at AnthonyDB99. Yeah, I think that's it. Thanks for having me on the show, man. I had a good time. I had a great time. No go Habs go. Go
No,
Bruins go. Big hockey season incoming. It's gonna be a great time. I can't wait.
we have
So,
tons of different support fans here. We have Habs fans, we have LA Kings fans, Boston Bruins fans. We've got the New York Rangers right here with Guy Forge. I'm assuming Ozzy's a Toronto Maple Leaf fan. Whatever. But guys, no, thank you guys all for hanging out. I know football's back this week, so the fact that you guys showed up instead of watching football meant a lot to me. Or those of you who had both playing at the same time means a lot. But
yeah.
for myself, I'll be back this Thursday over on Covrprice. So like I said, guys, go submit, subscribe to Covrprice if you're not already subscribed. Over on YouTube, you can find their channel in the description of my video. I'll be going live Thursday for the Weekly Shakers with the whole crew, letting you guys know what books we're shaking for this week. And then I'll be back next Sunday with Comic Chic. That's right. Comic Chic's going to be on next Sunday. So I'm excited about that. Kingpins are going to be back this Thursday doing their thing as well with the Show Me Your Hauls. So I'm excited, man. It's a good week for content.
Yeah.
If you're catching the replay, comment below. Let us know what you thought, especially that CGC stuff. And don't forget, those comments also help with the algorithm. Do it for the algorithm. I saw you guys do it last week. Let's do it again. So I appreciate you.
Guys, don't be afraid to come hate on me, for the Goonies opinion. I understand, guys. It's fine. You can hate on me.
I'm taking you to watch the Goonies, bro. I'll pay for you. I promise to buy you a kid-sized popcorn. But guys,
Sounds great. I'm excited.
have yourselves a great week. I will see you Thursday over on Covrprice. Adios.